giving out free flu shots and making HIV testing available free of charge this weekend. Those services and more will be available Saturday at the Arkansas Baptist College Health Center on Bishop Street in Little Rock. They'll be giving them out from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. No appointment is necessary. And those who get a flu shot or an HIV test will get a $10 gift card to McDonald's. And those who get both will get a $25 Walmart gift card. From the Channel 7 Newsroom, I'm Cassandra Webb.
Your home for Dallas Cowboys football is 103.7 The Buzz. Presented by Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels. America's team on your fun and game station, 103.7 The Buzz.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
Partly cloudy across the state today. Another mild afternoon at 69 degrees. We still have that small chance of a shower or two in southeast Arkansas. Tonight slowed down to 52, 67 tomorrow, and near 70 for Friday. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Buy one, get one free at the Riverfront Steakhouse. This Thursday night, we're going to have prime rib, 12-ounce prime rib served with our great mashed potatoes. Buy one, get one free.
Roger Scott for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union. The end of the year is going to be here before you know it. You know what that means? Great deals on a new ride. Alcoa Community FCU has some of the most aggressive auto loan rates in Central Arkansas. Apply securely online at alcoacommunityfcu.org for your next auto loan.
Roger, did you know that Oaklawn Sports is the mobile app that lets you bet anywhere in Arkansas?
Anywhere, so I can bet the over when I'm in Dover.
Indeed you can.
I can take the underdog in Dogtown.
Absolutely.
You're telling me I can bet on the pigskin in Piggott?
Yep.
Hoops in Humnoke, baseball in Bauxite, long shots in Lavaca?
All of the above.
Anywhere, huh?
Anywhere.
Nice.
Easy to use and even easier to fund. Bet with confidence. Bet with Oaklawn Sports. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. When he left college for the NFL, Ike Forte was the third leading rusher in Arkansas history. This two-time All-Southwest Conference running back led the Hogs to the 1975 conference title and an upset of Georgia in the 1976 Cotton Bowl, where he rushed for 119 yards and 2 TDs, being named the game's most valuable offensive player. No doubt about it. Ike Forte wore 85 with style as a Razorback legend. I preached at Ike's church in Texarkana several times, and I can tell you he's a better man than he was a player, which is saying something. All Double B's have ATMs for your convenience, for those times that you need some cash. Double B's is here to make your day just a little bit easier. Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
This is Pat Bradley for River City Flooring, where you can pick your payment. Get 0% interest for 12, 24, or 36 months, and River City Flooring in Maumelle is where you'll save 50% on all in-stock waterproof LVP flooring. And did you know River City Flooring carries cabinets? So stop in and let my friends at River City Flooring help you with your remodel. Kitchen, bath, living, dining, they do it all. Check out River City Flooring in Maumelle at their huge new showroom on Maumelle Boulevard just off 430.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Dell's Black Friday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top brand accessories. It's the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Of course, you have many options when it comes to great dining options downtown, but there's only one, Dizzy's Gypsy Bistro, still offering a wide selection of all your favorite special craft cocktails, including beer and wine, and a menu featuring gourmet salads and delicious pastas. And Dizzy's is also the multiple-time winner of the World Cheese Dip Competition. With a dog-friendly patio, a funky eclectic atmosphere, and room for large parties with reservations, Dizzy's will have you coming back again and again. Since 1995, Dizzy's Gypsy Bistro, Dizzy'sLR.com.
Tune in to hear what the head hog has to say each Wednesday with the Sam Pittman Show, brought to you by Chris Crane Hyundai of Conway, Arkansas's #1 Hyundai dealer.
Hi, neighbor. It's Garen with Shamrock Roofing. Fall is upon us. Don't go into the cold, wet winter months wondering if your roof will hold up till spring. Get peace of mind now. Visit shamrockroofer.com for a chance to win a new roof, free.
Let's go.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and Wes Moore on the Buzz Radio Network.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Top's picking it up. Let's go ahead and see anyway. He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given this fight to fact that many misjudge because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects. Never asking for someone's help, got to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. Skill up in artists, 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear. Cause while he was ill, who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. You had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks for the roof. I heard them with that.
Lunchtime already? Fine. Welcome into the zone on the road today at an iconic eatery here in Central Arkansas. We are at Doe's Eat Place today. It's going to be lunchtime soon. The door is locked, so don't come right now, but they will be open at 11 o'clock. I bet if you come at 10:58, that Catherine will probably let you in the door, but we encourage you to come by and see us today. It is a great spot, and for those of you who don't work downtown, it's worth a drive. It's a great spot for dinner, too, and we've also got the holiday news. I was asking her about what her plan is. They're going to be closed on Thanksgiving. They're going to be closed for lunch on Friday, but listen, when you're out busting your butt on Black Friday and you shop till you drop, baby, you better get in here and fill back up with some red meat or some tamales or both, preferably. So we'll tell you more about what they've got to offer coming up. We're going to talk some sports today. We're going to be all over the place today because we've got a little wrestling. Coach Ersman's coming up. They're doing some good things in the community, and they've got a huge wrestling meet this weekend with Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
Oklahoma.
Here?
You're like, okay, Christian, Southwest Oklahoma, Oklahoma Baptist. No, Oklahoma.
OU.
Yeah, the Schooners. The Schooner is rolling in here to get pinned by the Trojans. So we're going to talk to Coach about that matchup. Pretty cool deal. And we haven't really updated, I guess, on what's happening with the Pac-12 since all that fell apart. So we get to find out what his plan is long-term, if they've gotten any movement on that. Here at Doe's, we're 1023 West Markham Street. Again, come by and see us. We'll talk to Catherine and the folks here. We got to get Chef David on, too. He's got a great history. I assume he's working today. He's got a great history. He has served all kinds of folks, famous people. He's rubbed elbows with Tom Cruise, for God's sakes, Wes. I don't know if that impressed you. I think it's pretty cool. Kevin Kelly, well, you sound very impressed. We're going to talk to Kevin Kelly. He's going to come by thanks to Little Rock Athletic Club. We moved Joe to tomorrow. He'll be in tomorrow. Hang out with us early. We'll get the Red White Report brought to you by Big O Tires. And at 12:30 today, we're going to talk to Rachel Harris. And you're like, who? Rachel Harris is an actress. She played the uptight girlfriend of Stu on The Hangover, the movie. Remember when he got back and she yelled at him? That's her. She was also in Suits. She played Louis Litt's girlfriend who was in charge of sending folks out from Harvard into the world. So she had a key role.
blonde?
The blonde. That's
Yeah, I
Rachel
think
Harris.
You don't know her name, but you know her if you see her.
No doubt.
Love her.
Yeah, she's great.
But she should have helped Lewis when they got in a little jam.
Yeah, she did. And then, remember, he sent her out of the country for a while.
Yeah, then she got nervous and did she come back?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And she was in Hangover, the girlfriend.
The girlfriend of the dentist, yes.
She looked entirely. Oh, no, now. Okay, I was thinking of the other one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And
I
then
would have, if I'd have known that was who she was, I'd have come up there and done the interview.
Well, you had to set this up. She was also, she got an interesting story. I mean, your daughters obviously are trying to make it in the world of acting and are doing a great job early on. She went from Ohio to New York to L.A., and that's where she found success. So it's an interesting story, but she always wanted to be an actress, and so we're going to hear from her coming up a little bit later. But she's on the show Goosebumps, which I haven't watched, but I watched the trailer. It's on Hulu and Disney. Now, Goosebumps is a book from years ago. They also had a movie of it. I don't know if there was a TV version of it, too, and there may have been an animated
There was TV
series.
shows, yeah.
So this is the new one. And listen, the CGI on this is phenomenal. Justin Long plays the lead in the show, and he's creepy, dude. It's a great story. I didn't really know anything about it, Christian, but I started digging into it. Oh, she's also the mom on Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I forgot to ask her about that.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so she's been in a lot of stuff you've seen. So, again,
Wow.
she is one of those actresses that you may not know her name, but you know her. She was also the headmaster at a school on the new movie that just came out on Netflix called Old Dads. Did you ever watch that? That's the one with Bill Burr.
No.
Kristen, did you ever see that?
I didn't see it. Was it good?
It was very good. It was very entertaining. It's Bill Burr basically ranting about stuff that he rants about a lot of times in his stand-up act. But she's the headmaster. She's very uptight. They have a very serious way of doing things. And he calls her a bad word, and he has to come back, and it's a whole thing about apologizing in front of the school. And it's basically like a guy who had his first kid in his 40s, and he's just trying to navigate the world. It's pretty funny.
If you ever watched Lucifer,
I did.
She was the shrink in that.
She
as
was.
well.
I saw that on her credits, but I wasn't familiar, so I didn't bring it up to her. But we talked a little sports. So anyway, I got all that on in the can, as they say in the biz. So we'll talk to her, hear from her a little bit later. Let's see. Arkansas women yesterday riding the ship and blowing out the Little Rock Trojan women yesterday. Trojan women offensively struggling yesterday. Little Rock, it's tough trip up there, but we were worried about Arkansas. Had played a little closer game or two than we had expected, and I guess they put their foot on the gas yesterday.
Yeah, that was a great matchup for them, honestly. Little Rock struggling to score right now. That's typical Joe Foley's, teams.
Yeah.
They'll get their stride. They'll figure things out. Their player of the year last year, leading scorer, graduated, so they're trying to replace her offense right now. And they've got a couple returning starters from last year, but there's still some new pieces, and they're taking their lumps right now.
No doubt.
Good win for the Razorbacks. Needed that, and they played well the second half. First half, they kind of struggled offensively, but second half, they got it going and played a little bit better.
We got some football sound from Andrew Shambly. He was on DTS. That's Drive Time Sports to you and me. Also, they had Joseph Pinion talking to him about watching film. By the way, I want to apologize to Joseph's father. So Joseph, of course, is on DTS, and I was talking to his dad as we were working through the process of getting him set up to be on the show. And I had his number saved in my phone. So I'm having some friends over for dinner tonight, my buddy and his girlfriend. And so I texted them. I said, send a text to Craig and Joy. And so the text goes out, and then my buddy calls me. He goes, who's that other person on that text you sent Joy? And I was like, and I looked at it. So I invited Craig Pinion to dinner tonight. Now, he did not respond, but I want Craig to know that if he wants to pop down and have some pasta and meatballs tonight, I'd be happy to serve him up a plate. So there you go.
Oh.
He's probably wondering what in the hell is going on right now. Anyway, Coach Musselman talking this week, too, about their team. Obviously, they are turning their attention to Friday. Looking forward to another chance to get on the court. UNC Greensboro coming to town. Did you see how that game came out last night?
They made a run late in the game against Vanderbilt, and it was close. I think like a 4-point game. Vanderbilt was out 3 starters, I believe, that they haven't played at all this year.
Will they be back? Hopefully they're not back this
week. Well, the
week.
way they talk about them, they feel like they're going to come back. But
well, not this week, though, I hope.
No, I'm sorry. Vanderbilt had 3 starters.
That's what I'm saying. UCA's playing at Vanderbilt Friday. That's why I'm concerned.
Yes.
You're worried about Greensboro.
Yes.
Yeah. Did they say anything about that?
No, they did not.
Okay. Well, we'll hope that they're not playing, and hope the Bears play well over there. So what'd you think of Greensboro?
Scrappy to be that far behind in the SEC team in the SEC venue and to make a comeback like that in the second half, that shows a lot about the team.
74-70. That is very encouraging. They won the second half 41-33 after being down a dozen at the break. That's exciting. So let's hope that bodes well. That was Vanderbilt's third win out of 4. and they've struggled. They lost to Presbyterian, right?
That's right.
Yep, Presbyterian. Then
Was
they
that first game.
Yeah, beat. Let's see. Oh, they're not 3-1. Then they're 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
2-1. They beat USC Upstate.
Okay.
Yes, 74-67. So Vanderbilt's had their
South Carolina
issues.
opponents, I guess.
Yep.
Presbyterian.
Oh, there's one from Arkansas coming calling on Friday, buddy, and they better get ready. Wish Cam was playing. Anyway, I've been proud of what they've been doing though without their leader though. It's been good. So okay, well Arkansas again Friday hoops. Christian, Arkansas is 3-0. Yes.
Yes, by my count.
Okay. Well, here's Eric Musselman on being 3-0.
It is good to be 3-0, Chuck, and obviously offensively when you look at game 1 scoring in the 90s, game 2 and 3 scoring, in the 80s. I mean, scoring the basketball, and to be honest with you, Chuck, offensively, we have to cut better. We have to move the ball a little bit better, and we're scoring those points, and we're really not running the ball as fast up the floor as we can. So I think we've still got more scoring opportunities, but certainly defensively we've got to get better.
Yeah, you do. Defense stinks. Better get it together, coach. Soon, or there's going to be trouble. Okay.
And I think the expectations for the defense is to be outstanding. When you add a guy, well, you already have Devo Davis and a Tremont Mark. These guys are known as defensive stoppers. And then you throw in an L. Ellis. This is a team that's capable. And Caleb Battle. These are guys that should be lockdown defenders. And then when you got a guy in the middle that's 6'10", 6'11", that's blocking shots at the rate that Brazil is doing, I mean, you have all the pieces to have an outstanding defense. And I think that's why he's a little upset with the defense, because the standard's even higher this year for where this defense can be at the end of the season.
What's Brazil going to look like in the pros? How does he translate, you think?
And
pretty well.
Outside shot, man, the threes that he's hit a couple times this year, it's not like he's just standing there wide open, feet planted. There have been a couple times that he's on the move, and they get it to him, and he puts up the shot quickly, and it looks good.
He's a unique player. I mean, obviously there are tall guys that shoot it well, but a lot of those guys don't play. They're not defensive stoppers or shot blockers a lot of times.
My comp is Jaren Jackson Jr. without the creation.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really seen him try to take it off. Yeah, take it off the dribble. That's what I was going to say. If he's take it off the bounce, I don't know if that's part of his game or will be, but spot up shooter who also is a good defender. There's a need for that, right?
Yeah,
and is super athletic,
and tall.
Yeah, he can dunk on people. It's a good thing. We are here at Doe's Eat Place, downtown Little Rock, 1023 West Markham, and George Eldridge is joining us. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Let's get you down there.
I'm good.
Okay. What's going on? I don't think you were on with us last time we were here. We talked about you, though.
I'm just making hot tamales and riding horses.
We did. I think we did talk to you. Now I do remember. Did we talk? We didn't have him on. I think you told me the story though. Yeah. So you're still making the tamales.
Yeah.
What's that process like for you?
Well, if you can get people to work, it's a constant problem, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. How many tamales are you whipping up in a day?
We're 6,000 a week.
That's a lot, I think.
1,200 a day.
That seems like
if you're doing 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Are
you doing tamales on the weekend?
We could expand, but I don't really want to, and I don't want to invest that money in the expansion. But we sell all we make.
Where all do they go? Just to Doe's?
Benny Keith is my primary broker.
Okay.
And they Blues City in Memphis, and of course Doe's and Doe's in Baton Rouge.
Okay. I didn't realize that Blue City had your tamales.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my favorite spot to go get ribs when I'm in Memphis.
Well, I built that place in '91.
Did you really?
Yeah, and opened it, BB King's too, and so they stuck with me.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
didn't you start in Mississippi? Where was your first place?
No, the first Doe's out of Mississippi was this one.
Okay.
Yeah, and they I can't remember how long they've been there, but it's Ions.
Okay.
And we've been here, 36 years.
Yeah.
And I've been in the restaurant business 45 years.
What'd you do before Doe's?
I did Buster's.
Okay.
I did Sports Page and the Bandbox. That was my first venture.
Yeah.
What made you get started in the restaurant business to begin with as a kid?
Well, Tommy Morbid had the Bandbox, and I was hanging out there between jobs. I was in a construction business, and he had been trying to sell it to me, and I said, I don't know anything about it. And so he had a motorcycle wreck, and it was the Bandito hangout. Bandito is a biker bar.
Okay.
And I never had any trouble out of those guys. And so Tommy said, I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. And he said $2,500, and I'll walk out. And I wrote him a check. And I first said, Lucille, will you stay? And she said, I'll stay with you. And she worked with me for 30 years.
You must have made a good impression.
Yeah. And that was my first venture. And I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah. During the Clinton, heyday, you guys were kind of the spot. I mean, this is the place where a lot of people came to meet. I know a lot of the journalists spent time in here.
Yeah.
What are your best memories of that period?
Well, we made a lot of money.
That's good.
And that helped. And I befriended like Wolf Blitzer and the guy
Stephanopoulos.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Okay.
And we became friends, and he joined me in Cuba, and that was a trip.
Okay.
But
you weren't taking tamales to Cuba, were you?
No.
Okay.
No.
What'd you do down there?
Huh?
What'd you do down there?
Relaxed.
Okay. Drink a little rum?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And Clinton was president, and we thought that he would lift the embargo. But Castro shot down the brothers to the rescue, and he couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we got tired of the communist in 03, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And we left there.
Gotcha.
And went to Panama.
Yeah.
But they were great days. We were rock stars in Washington. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Did you ever think about opening a spot over there?
Well, we looked at it, and it was going to cost a lot, and the overhead was high, and we just canned it.
Yeah,
we didn't do it. And I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad you have this one still. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Now, are you connected to the one in Fayetteville, or are you guys? That's
No.
not okay.
No.
Gotcha. So what keeps you going? I mean, what do you like about doing all this still? You don't have to do this. What do you like about getting up and doing tamales and the other things you're into?
Well, I got to do something, or I'll get in trouble.
Yeah. Okay. So you're just trying to stay out of trouble. That's probably a good move.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's it been working with your daughter?
Great. She's a great restaurateur.
Yeah.
And
did you want her to get into
she
this?
Saved me.
Did you try to talk her out of it, or did you want her in with you?
I wanted her in it.
Okay. You wanted to not have to worry about the restaurant day to day, so you can do what you're doing. So you do tamales, and what else? You said you have horses?
Yeah. I raise quarter horses, cutting horses.
Okay.
And I don't ride cutting horses, but I didn't breed anything this year, so I'm getting out of it. But I'm just going to ride.
Okay. So did you just ride at your place, or what do you
Well, I ride everywhere.
Yeah?
I mean, Colorado and New Mexico and Wyoming and
Just trail riding?
Montana. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
And Arkansas's got some great trails.
Where do you like to ride around here?
That Village Creek over at Wynn is a great place.
Really?
Yeah.
I played some terrible golf over there one day, but I haven't done any trail riding. So,
Well, I quit golf. It was too frustrating
Yeah.
to me, and I was hard on clubs.
You don't seem like someone that would get mad and have
Well,
a temper.
I had a short fuse in my younger days.
what's more frustrating, golf or running a restaurant?
Golf.
Okay, well, that's good. Glad to hear that. Maybe I don't know if your daughter will have the same answer, but she seems to be having a good time, so that's good.
All right, she's doing a great job,
No doubt.
and I respect her and for what the job she done.
What do you go to when what's your go-to lunch when you come here? What do you get?
I eat at Doe's.
What do you eat though when you get at Doe's when you come in?
Hamburger.
You burger guy?
Yeah.
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 And the chili? You put your chili on your tamales?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. You got to.
Onions?
Yeah.
Cheese?
Yeah.
All of it? Load them up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. What's the key to a good tamale?
Cornmeal and I can't remember. All right, I'm checking out.
Okay, well, listen,
All right.
Thanks for being with us today. It was good
Thank
seeing you.
you.
Yeah, appreciate
Thank you.
All right, very good. Well, there you go. That is George Eldridge. Got it all started years ago, 36 years ago, right? Is that what you said? Amazing. And thank God it's still around. And Catherine's keeping it rolling here. And we appreciate everybody here. We're going to be here for lunch. Doors open in about 30 minutes. We're going to take a break. Coach Erzman's here. We're going to talk a little wrestling. And they're also, they got a little food angle working too for the community. So we'll talk to them about that. Maybe we can work it out. You guys can do some tamale sales next year with your hams, Coach. I don't know. We'll work it out.
Black Friday right around the corner, but you can do it right now at Big O Tires, and they've got a great Black Friday sale up to $140 instant savings on select set of Michelin tires. You can buy 3, get 1 free on Cooper tires. Instant savings and rebates on almost every tire they have in stock. And also get ready for cold weather with huge savings on service also. Plus, you get 0% financing, 0% interest when you use the Big O credit card. Great things happening. Big Friday sale at Big O Tires. The Black Friday sale at Big O Tires. 2 locations, Cabot and Conway. And Conway, they're on Harkrider. And Cabot is Prospect Court. Go check them out. It's the tires and the people we trust. Big O Tires.
Yo, these 4 new Jacksons, real smooth on the hot tip. Nick Mike John one.
Listen for birthday trivia in the zone, brought to you by Elia's Mexican Grill. Headed to the hill, take exit 108 from either direction for award-winning Mexican food made fresh every day. Elia's in Morrilton.
This is Sports Center.
Plenty of good early season college basketball last night. Duke takes down Michigan State 74-65 in the first game of the Champions Classic. It was Kyle Filipowski leading the way for the Blue Devils. He had 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. Also off the bench, Caleb Foster gives the Blue Devils 18 points. And in the second game of the Champions Classic, it was Kansas 89, Kentucky 84, Hunter Dickinson. A huge game, 27 points to go along with 21 rebounds. Kevin McCullough has a triple-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists for the Jayhawks. Also, number 4 Marquette takes down number 23 Illinois 71-64, and UC Irvine scores the upset over number 16 USC 70-60. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my Double R prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Arkansas Brewskis is excited about their second location, and it's time to add to the team. Brewskis North is hiring servers, bartenders, cooks, and managers. To apply, drop by our downtown location and fill out an application. If you want to work in a fun, professional environment, this is for you. Brewskis North is hiring servers, bartenders, cooks, and managers. Apply in person at Brewskis downtown. For more info, check us out online at brewskispubandgrub.com. Brewskis, your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
The heavily traveled Thanksgiving holiday can be a dangerous time of year. That's why Arkansas law enforcement will be out in force over the next few weeks, saving lives by getting people to buckle up. If you fail to buckle up, you run the risk of getting a ticket, or worse, getting killed or injured. So this Thanksgiving, make sure the only belt you unbuckle is the one at the dinner table.
Click it or tickets. A reminder from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone. So it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Jeremiah Matthews in Little Rock, Justin Sollers in North Little Rock, or Michael Ludwig in Greenbrier today.
From the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio, you're in the zone. Want to get into the show? Call or text 661-1037 or leave a message on our live fan feedback. Now, let's get back into the zone.
Gwatney Chevrolet is always at the top when it comes to new Chevrolet sales. One of the best around here, in fact. All that success means, well, they got ton of used vehicles. They are overstocked with trade-ins. So here's what they're doing. They're having a used car liquidation sale, and it beats anything in the market these days. If you need a used vehicle, now is the time to act, and it's at Gwatney Chevrolet. They're partnering with Capital One to get everyone approved for the biggest discounts of the year. They got all kinds of cars. Every major manufacturer is represented, and they're doing it right now at Gwatney Chevrolet. Used Trax as low as $299 a month. Used Sparks as low as $299 a month. Used Rogues as low as $174 a month. It's all happening right now at Gwatney Chevrolet. Take advantage of the used car liquidation.
Okay. We're back here at Doe's in downtown Little Rock, 1023 West Markham Street. We had George on, the founder of Doe's here in Little Rock, and we're going to talk to his daughter, Catherine, who runs this joint now. I'm going to try to get Chef David on, too. He's got some great stories a little bit later on in the show. We're also going to grub. We are joined by Coach Ersman from Little Rock, the Trojans wrestling team, with a huge match on Friday at home. And also want to talk about something else you guys have going on. Coach, I appreciate you coming over. I mean, I normally don't have to twist anybody's arm to get them to meet us at Doe's, so I didn't think this was going to be a tough get.
No, it didn't take long for me to say yes. You were like, hey, we're at Doe's. I'm like, yep, I'm in.
Well, I know your guys spend a lot of time cutting weight, but when it's off-season time, you need to get them in here and get them a big fat steak, because this is the spot. And as you heard George talking, the tamales are pretty fire too.
Well, I don't cut weight anymore, so
You're good.
I'm all in all the time.
I like that. That's good. You got a family full of steak eaters?
Yes, I married a woman who her father is a rancher, and so we have nothing but beef in our house.
I love it. All right,
we eat a lot of meat.
It's a good spot for you guys. Let's talk about support for a minute. You guys are doing a ham drive again. You did this last year. And it's, obviously the holiday season. People are wanting to get hams for themselves, and you have an opportunity to get hams for other people too. So what's going on with that right now?
Yeah, so every year we do a Christmas ham sale. We custom smoke and sugar spiral cut hams, bone-in spiral cut hams. They're 8 to 10 pounds. Last year we did 600. This year, the most we could buy was 650 from our supplier. So we're looking to sell all 650. And it goes to two things. Either way, you're either supporting us or you're supporting others. We partnered with a nonprofit here in Arkansas, or in Little Rock, a few years back, called Every Arkansan, and they identify families in need in different ways. And last year we fed 200 families hams for Christmas. So this year our goal is 250. And so, if you're not looking to get one for yourself, definitely look to support others and help us feed others for the holidays.
Yeah. So like for $110, you can get yourself a family, your family a ham, and also give one away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And good luck finding a ham for $110 right now.
Yeah, no doubt. I went to the store the other day. I was looking. I was like, really? That's what ham costs these days, huh? Yeah. So $55 a piece, but you can buy a couple and give one away. That's a cool deal. I love that.
Great deal.
Yeah. How do you distribute them out to the family? Or you just take them to the organization and they distribute? I guess.
So there's a couple ways. There's a mobile unit that that every Arkansan has, and they go around and distribute to. They identify areas that they go to, and they hand them out. There's also a dream center where families that qualify go, and we go and we distribute to them and their kids right there, and we feed them for the night, and then we send them home with the family as well. So there's lots of different ways we do it, but
I want to commend the university too. I just went to the website. If you go to lrtrojans.com and go to the wrestling page, you see schedule, roster, news, Christmas ham sale, camps. You're not going to see that on very many websites. So they're promoting it on the website too, which is awesome.
Well, this became a real thing. Like when I started this, I had a dad that talked me into it, and I had a buddy who did it as a high school coach, and so I kind of knew it would work. But now it's like, I mean, people are calling me, when do hams come on sale? Can we do them for Thanksgiving? And I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I can get that many hams.
Yeah,
but
maybe do turkeys for Thanksgiving next year, and
maybe
ham for
we
Christmas.
will.
Yeah.
Maybe we will.
I like to do one of each for every holiday too, if we can. So, all right, let's talk about Friday, and it's a whiteout because Oklahoma's coming to town. Don't want to confuse the Maroons, so we need to know which side we're sitting on there. How do you get Oklahoma to come to Little Rock? That's a pretty cool deal, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a regional thing, but I think that also they saw that we're growing really fast. I don't know if you saw the rankings this week, but we went from just a couple guys in the rankings to 4. Have a guy, ranked in the top 10 right now in some polls. And so I think they see that we're a competitive team, and, they also owed us. We went there last year, and we lost I bet you we lost six matches by a point or lost in overtime. So I think it's going to be an unbelievably competitive match. I really believe we can win the match. I think we match up well with them. And so hopefully we can kick their butt and send them back to Oklahoma.
The freshman we met at the golf tournament, he's doing really well. I saw you tweet out something yesterday about him.
Yeah, so we had a great tournament this weekend. We wrestled a Tiger Style Invite, which is the University of Missouri's tournament. We took second to Mizzou. We beat some Big Ten teams, other Pac-12 teams.
Wow.
And he beat the number 8 guy in the country to win. So
that's really cool.
What's he ranked now?
Some polls have him at 15. Some polls have him at 8.
What's his name, Coach?
Stephen Little.
Stephen Little. Okay.
Stephen Not So Little. He's a 197 pounder, and he is a grown man.
How about our heavyweight, Josiah? How's he doing?
He's doing great. He's ranked top 25 in the country right now. He's really improved a lot, and he's always a fan favorite.
I love it. Yeah, he's his own favorite. We enjoy having him on the show.
But I'll tell you who you got to watch out for.
Okay, talk to me.
We got a true freshman, Nasir Bailey. He beat the number 24 guy in the country this weekend to win the tournament. He was number 1 in his weight class coming out of high school. He was number 8 pound for pound recruit overall. And he's pretty special.
Okay. I love it. What time does Friday night start?
7 p.m.
Okay. And how many weight classes?
10.
Okay. How long does the thing typically take? Because there's a lot of our listeners that probably have never been to a wrestling match before. So how long does it take for a collegiate wrestling match to go?
Somewhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours.
Okay. And there's beer, folks. Can I throw that in there? It's a great – I love it. I mean, the energy in there is so remarkably good. I cannot say how much fun it is, and it's a great way to spend a couple hours, especially during the winter months when you don't want to be outside. It's a blast. And, it's sunny. It's interesting. It's like I think in Pretty Woman when he takes her to the opera, I think some people get it and some people don't. I think that's how wrestling is. I think you're either going to love it when you go see it, and maybe if you understand a little bit better what they're trying to do, you can have more of an appreciation for it over time. But I think you're either going to enjoy the raw, sort of energy in there, or you're not. I think it's awesome way to spend a couple hours. I love it. So
I always tell people it's kind of like it's a drug. Once you get it in your veins, you're hooked. And
I love it.
If you like to watch a fight and you like to watch, 2 people just beat each other up, then you're probably going to like wrestling.
Yeah. Well, you get 10 fights too, which is great.
And you get 10 in a row.
So let me ask you about, and obviously this doesn't impact you personally, but I'm curious now that they've expanded, obviously, wagering, and just about when we're looking on Oaklawn, they're doing all kinds of weird stuff. Lacrosse, you can wager on all kinds of weird stuff. Is wrestling, is that a thing? Collegiate wrestling, is there wagering on that?
Well, yeah. I didn't know if that was going to be a leading question at first because we just had a big investigation in wrestling. So, And as an Iowa State
Probably
guy,
Iowa State.
yeah, it was as an Iowa State guy, it was one of your guys. But really,
Weird.
really,
Y'all got issues up there.
it was mainly the Hawkeyes. So
Yeah,
I'll give you
obviously.
credit there.
Those
obviously,
dirty dogs, Hawks.
They actually lost like 3 or 4 All-Americans because of it this year.
But they were not betting on wrestling, right? They were betting.
Yeah,
on,
they were.
Oh, they were. Okay, I didn't
Mhm.
realize that. Okay.
Yeah, they just weren't betting on themselves.
Okay.
So
They weren't betting against themselves, were they? That's really bad.
no, and they were betting on football a lot. Too.
Yeah, I knew that. Okay.
So it actually is a pretty big deal. It changed the team race pretty quick.
Okay.
I think now everyone's fighting for second behind Penn State. As long as Penn State kind of does what they're supposed to,
We get them in a gambling scandal.
yeah. We need to get them in about 8 gambling scandals. But I think it affects the Hawkeyes' ability to compete for a national title this year, which
Yeah.
is a big deal.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I hate that. And again, these are guys that you can't get these years back. I mean, you're going to miss an opportunity to obviously compete, which you've worked for your whole life. I mean, most of these guys start. I mean, I remember watching kids who are 4 and 5 years old. Getting after.
I started at 5.
Yeah. So it's something. But anyway, that's cool. I'm so glad that you guys are having great success. And again, I really encourage people to go out and watch. What we were talking off the air. Tell me about the Pac-12 and what's happening there with the league.
Yeah. So can I say one thing about the duel?
You
Friday
can do
night?
whatever- yeah, please do.
Yeah. So we're going to give away 500 comp tickets
Okay.
to the duel. Okay, for the first 500 people to show up.
Let's go.
Wow. So I got a lot of people texting me about it. So I think we're going to have a good crowd.
Yeah.
So don't miss out. And I want everyone to know that, and it should be a great night on Friday night.
That's
500.
amazing.
Just show up.
Show
First
up.
500. Get
Yeah.
in. The door's free.
And you get a white T-shirt with it. Let's
Hey,
go.
Come on.
What a deal.
Let's go.
Let's go.
What kind of crowds do you get typically?
Anywhere from 500 to and up. We've had as much as about 1,600 people come.
Yeah. I've
which
been
is
there
a
where you guys
really
have had good crowds. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely for the guys, that's got to be nice to have some energy in there with the crowd. That's got to be amazing.
Gosh, they love it, and people like to see when you're good. And so we're on the verge of being pretty good, and so we're having more people show up lately.
How much do tickets cost generally? Like if you want to come and watch a match?
$7 for one match.
I mean, come on, what are you doing here?
I mean, can you get a burger at Doe's for that? I'm sure you can, but it's pretty close.
It's pretty
right?
close, I would think. Yeah, no doubt.
So Pac-12.
I love that. That's incredible. Good for y'all.
Yeah, Pac-12 is some interesting stuff came out today with Oregon State and Washington State winning their lawsuit against the Pac-12, which could affect us. Basically, we can stay in the Pac-12 this year and one more year without penalty or without having to find a place. So we're going to probably stay there for now until some other things transpire. But that's kind of the direction that we're playing in.
I didn't even realize that. So we're getting breaking news here on the show. I'm looking at it here on ESPN. It just came out. Ruling grants Ohio State, Washington State full control of the Pac-12. How about that? How about that? Now, all the other guys are sitting at the table going, hey, but what about us? It's like, sorry, guys, you made your decision. It's up to us now. We will make the decision for y'all.
Yeah.
How you like that?
Well, the bylaw that I understand is that once you leave, you don't get voting rights anymore. And so it's my understanding that they left and then they wanted to vote about what the Pac-12 was going to do.
Doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah, y'all can getting on. Tell me about the rest of your schedule. What else were the highlights of your schedule? Obviously, lots of travel, and then you guys have really quite a few opportunities to see the Trojans when we get to January and February. But what's the schedule the next couple months?
Yeah, so we go to Philly and we wrestle Drexel and Clarion at the beginning of December, and then we actually go to the Collegiate National Duels, which was when we had a dual national championship. That's what this event was. You have to be invited, which is a really big deal to be invited to. And we wrestle. Cornell took, I think, 3rd last year. Iowa State was like top 8, and then Pitt was like top 10. So we got invited to wrestle those 3, and we'll wrestle those December 18th. And then we come back in January and February, and we have a good home schedule.
Yeah, well, I was just looking at that. So January, Arizona State coming in. That's
right.
Military First Responders Appreciation Day. That's a Friday night, January 19th. And then in February, you've got an event, I guess, we got Cal Poly on a Saturday, the 3rd. And then tell me about the Sunday event. You got three or 4 others, I guess, or 3 others coming in. Is that right? Or 2 others. I'm sorry.
Yep, 2 others.
Double duel, as they call it. Is that right?
Yeah, we call it a try.
Try.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Called it double duels back in the day when I was in high school. Okay.
Yeah, so we got some conference foes in Cal Poly coming, and then on Friday and the Sunday, Russell Bakersfield, who's in our conference, and then Southern Illinois is in Little Rock's conference, the Ohio Valley. So we always wrestle them in Lindenwood. They'll be there.
And then you're getting us on the team plane for the Pac-12 championships, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're going to Corvallis.
Okay, let's go.
I
Get
got
ready.
seats right on the wing for you.
Perfect. Pac-12 championships. Those I hope we get at a discount. Those should be $7, Coach. Actually, I don't like our chances to get there, but that's also the day we turn the clocks forward. So just make a note of that. That's cool though. So how's the Pac-12 stack up? What are you seeing from the other teams in the 12 this year?
I mean, out of the 6 teams last year, there was 4 that finished inside the top 25. And they got everybody coming back. And now we're coming on really strong. So it's actually turning out to be a really strong conference. It's kind of like, how football is just going off this year in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Wrestling's kind of in that same situation.
I wanted to ask you about officiating. And I actually have a buddy, kid I went to high school with, who came down here to be a high school wrestling coach. And he was actually officiating. Jason was officiating one of your matches when I was out there. Do you ever have, because we complain all the time about football officiating, all the time about basketball officiating. It is really not good.
Yeah.
How much do you complain or you get frustrated with officiating, or is it pretty cut and dried when it comes to wrestling?
No, I mean, it is extremely frustrating. There's a lot of, we have some great refs, and I'm not going to knock them, but we have a lot of rules that leave it up to interpretation of what the ref sees. And when you put that into human hands, there's a lot of error.
We complain about the block charge all the time in basketball. What's the biggest complaint in wrestling? Or what's the most subjective for an official?
I think so. There's an out of bounds rule. So when someone goes out of bounds and you're on your feet, so that means if I'm wrestling Wes, all right, I'm going to win. Number one. Number two.
Sorry, buddy.
Number two, if we go out of bounds and we're on our feet, someone has to be rewarded for the action that goes out of bounds. So we have what's called stalling in wrestling, and stalling is simply saying you're not wrestling, you're trying to avoid the action, so you're going to be hit with stalling. If you get hit with more than one, the other guy gets a point.
Okay.
So when you go out of bounds, there has to be a call, and it either has to be what's called an action call, where the referee says there's plenty of action, no one's stalling, or there has to be a stalling call on someone. Well, each ref seems to call it different, and coaches just lose their mind every time someone goes out of bounds.
It's like if you're on the ground though and you get to the boundary, is it stopped automatically, or do they let the action continue if you're just a little bit out of bounds?
No, so the circle that you see, the big circle, it basically is a cylinder that goes all the way to the ceiling. So if I go out of bounds and my foot's off the mat, but my foot is inside that cylinder, I'm technically still in bounds. And it's been pretty cool. So you've seen a lot of people would not wrestle on the edge and fall down or whatever. And people get pins on the edge a lot, score a lot of points right there on the edge. So it's actually increased action a lot.
Okay.
That rule.
I like that. All right. How do we get hams other than just go to the website, or is there a better way?
Go to the website. That's the most simple way. If you know a wrestler or you want to support a specific wrestler, we actually have a competition to see who sells the most.
What's the winner get?
They
gets a ham.
Yeah, they get a ham. They get ham for a year.
There you go.
No, but go to the website, click on the Christmas ham sale. Please support us. This is a very important fundraiser for us, and we get to do a lot for the community as well.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you swinging by. Definitely grab a tamale on the way out. Strongly encourage. So he's a wrestling coach, so he doesn't get he's trying to watch his weight most of the time. Not him, but his wrestlers. So, but he's obviously stayed in good shape.
Yeah.
How often do you work out?
About 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mix it up with the guys at all?
I do. Yeah. It's I always joke it's the one sport when your athlete makes you mad, you can beat them up and choke them out and not get in trouble, right? So
I don't know. Draymond Green seems to think that applies to basketball too. So anyway, well, I appreciate you coming by, Coach. Good luck on Friday, and let's get a big crowd out there. What time we start? 7
p.m.
Okay.
First 500.
Let's go. Come on. I mean, free and a T-shirt. I mean, they're literally paying you to come. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and if you're old enough, you can get a beer, right?
You darn right. Two if I play it right. All right, go by and see our friends over at Little Rock. Appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, we're back here at Doe's after the break, and it is 10:49. We'll hit some Southern Structural Solutions text line and some Asher Record Live fan feedback through our Listen Live button. Thanks, Coach. In just a second. And if you want to join us, 661-1037. We'll talk some hoops and some football, but I get a little wrestling in there. That's pretty. I think it's awesome that Oklahoma's coming here. I think it's really cool.
Friday night's going to be huge. 500, first 500 free.
And they're giving you shirts.
That's awesome.
Get in there and support the whiteout. If you got white pants, wear those too. What the hell? Go all in. We'll be back.
Gonna make it look easy. Gonna make it look good. Hey, you dress up all my liquor. Come on, what I'm supposed to do now? Look at me, yeah.
Stacked Commercial Truck and Trailer Repair is not only truck and trailer focused. They service and repair all types of equipment: forklifts, boom lifts, excavators, dozers, loaders, and more. From warehousing to excavating, they've got you covered. Go see why Stacked is known for having some of the friendliest staff and most knowledgeable technicians in the industry. For trucks, trailers, RVs, material handling, or construction equipment, Stacked Commercial Truck and Trailer in Whitehall.
At Eat My Catfish, fall is our favorite time of the year, and football season isn't the only thing making a comeback. Available now, our famous shrimp gumbo and Cajun boudin balls make their return to the menu. Order online at eatmycatfish.com. Eat local, eat fresh, Eat My Catfish.
At Southern Floor Coating, coatings are all they do, and they won't be beat on price. Factory-trained installers using the purest form of polyurea with UV stability for all your outside projects. When you call, you'll talk with a professional interested in your project, not a voicemail. Don't trust a fly-by-night company that may not be in business next year. Transform your patio, porch, or pool deck and call the real pros at Southern Floor Coating. 501-402-4912 or take a look at southernfloorcoating.com. It's Lazy Boy's Black Friday sale. Enjoy after Christmas relaxation with huge before Christmas savings. Doorbusters special saving you as much as 50% off on select final markdowns. At these prices, everyone will have a comfy spot to enjoy all those leftovers. Plus, no interest financing for 60 months. Buy now, relax later with Lazy Boy's biggest sale of the year. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor, Shackelford Galleries of Little Rock. Long live the lazy.
At Red River Ram Jeep, we're taking $10,000 off Ram HD trucks, all brand new 23 models. And we're taking $10,000 off 23 Jeep Gladiators. And we're taking up to 20% off on all 23 model Renegades in stock. Some people are saying I gave too much for my vehicle 2 years ago. Well, we gave too much for these vehicles right now. That's why they're $10,000 off. Check us out at redriverram.com for Arkansas's largest inventory during the Black Friday sales event.
Thanksgiving is almost here, which means it's time to start thinking about your holiday plans. This year, save time along with the worry and hassle and let the team at Edwards Food Giant do it for you. Their turkey dinner includes the turkey as well as their signature cornbread dressing, giblet gravy, cranberry sauce, and dinner rolls. All fully cooked, homemade, and ready for you to heat and serve to your family. If that's not enough, their deluxe turkey dinner also includes sweet potato casserole, green beans, and apple pie. Now that's what I call a Thanksgiving spread. Click on edwardsfoodgiant.com to view their full menus and find out how to order your dinner. Ortho Arkansas presents the High School Scoreboard Show with Randy Rainwater, Kevin Bohannon, and Barry Grooms every Friday night at 10, only on 103.7 The Buzz. Brought to you in part by First Security Bank.
It's hard being the #1 midday sports talk show in Arkansas.
What can you expect when you're on top? You know, it's like Napoleon, he was the king. You know, people were just constantly trying to conquer him, you know, in the Roman Empire. So it's history repeating itself all over again.
Let's see if Justin Acree and Westmore can keep living up to the lofty expectations on the zone.
Is that from Boogie Nights, Christian?
It is. And this is the song that plays at the end when he,
when he shows it.
Yeah, when he shows it,
he pulls out his jump rope. I got you. That's a good one. It's a good one. Coach Kelly's here. We're going to talk to him at the top of the hour. He's going to smash a tamale in the meantime. We are at Doe's Eat Place. If you're just tuning in, over on Markham, and lunch, dinner, and we're going to talk to Catherine about holiday hours and holiday things coming up in a bit. But obviously, this is a great spot for a long time to get lunch and dinner. And I was telling, who was I telling? Oh, telling Coach Erzman. We come here pregame before a Hall show all the time. So if there's a concert at the Hall, we'll come by here and grab a bite to eat and then zip over there, right? It's easy, convenient. You pop in, pop out. So anyway,
Southern Structural Solutions text line. This one from John in Conway. And Christian, you could touch on this. Could Brazil develop and be similar to Porzingis?
I don't think he had. He could, but I don't see the handles. And I also think Porzingis is just a better shooter, I would say.
I think he's a little bigger.
How tall is Porzingis?
He's
7'4".
Is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realize that.
And strong.
He's a lot bigger.
But I mean, Brazil's going to get stronger as he gets older.
That tall. Okay.
I need to see more from Brazil shooting before I declare that he's amazing.
You know what? He says he needs to see more from you. So there you go.
Steve writes in, wrestling matches and hockey games are the best when you were there. I agree with that.
What's that?
Wrestling and hockey are best when you're there.
No
in
doubt.
attendance.
Absolutely. 100%.
You said you got Rachel Harris coming on.
Yes, that's right.
She was great in Suits
Yes.
as Louis Litt's lover.
That's right.
And also good in Kicking and Screaming back in the day as Bung Sung's mom.
I never saw it.
Ask her if I get my bartender's license, if she'll get with me.
Well, I already talked to her, so sorry I missed that.
That's it.
Okay. Very good. I don't have anything worthwhile from Asher Record Live fan feedback. You people really need to get it together. Let's go. You can send it in through your Listen Live button. I've got some information I was going to pass along. I don't know if you guys saw the new college football playoff poll. They have moved Georgia to number 1. How disrespectful. And I'm just kidding. That's no issue for most people at all. And then, of course, we've got howdy. We've got some stats and some news here. All-State Playoff Predictor now has Michigan as the favorite to make the playoff at 66% and win rate 22%. Ohio State is the second most likely winner of the championship, 21%. Florida State, second most likely to make the playoff at 65%. Georgia, 53%. Alabama, 41%. We'll talk to Coach who he likes in that matchup. And then Washington's down there at 34% to make it. They don't think they're going to beat Oregon. Oregon actually has a better chance to make it to the playoff, according to ESPN's analytics, than Washington does. Obviously, they think Oregon will beat Washington in a rematch and then make it in as a one-loss conference champion. Maybe, maybe not. New strength of record release, too. Ohio State 1, Washington 2.
Yeah.
Florida State 3, Michigan 4. And Georgia's down there at 6, which isn't too bad. Where's Michigan, you might wonder?
Huh.
They're not in the top 10.
No.
Missouri's 10th, by the way.
I was
strength of record.
I'm pulling up the Washington schedule. I'm surprised they're not getting more love because of who they've played, who they've beaten. Why is Florida State ranked ahead of Washington? When you look
I think Washington has 3 top 20 wins, while Florida State has like 1.
They beat
against LSU
in the first game of the season.
Well, and they beat Clemson, who's not as good.
I'm
as
not sure
usual.
Clemson was. Yeah,
No.
they may have been.
I don't play Notre Dame. Who else they have coming up? They got Florida coming up, which won't be a great help. Conference championship game, which won't be great either.
No.
Okay.
I just think there's an argument to be made that Washington has played a much better schedule and they're undefeated like Florida State.
Well, I
they
think
should be ranked in the top 4 instead of Florida State. Or both.
Well, really, the loser of Ohio State Michigan's not making it.
Right.
So whoever's at 5 is going to jump into the top.
Yes.
And whoever wins the Oregon-Washington game's in.
Yeah, and we're saying if Washington wins, they're going to get in because the loser of Michigan, Ohio State will drop out. But
Right.
why is it given that Florida State is where they are?
I don't know. It's a good question. By the way, the chance to make the playoff, Big Ten is 99.9%, the favorite to make it. Washington is second, 97%. It says Big Ten champ. I'm sorry, not the Big Ten. Big Ten champ, 99.9. Washington, 97% if they win out. Florida State's only an 86% chance to make it if they win out. So there's your point. If Washington wins out, they're in 100% basically. Well, 97. Texas at 12-1 if they win out, 64% chance to make it. And Alabama's 50 if they win out.
Fans, it's Queen Grovey. Check out the new location of Bellins Ford in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor-on staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the new location, Bellins Ford, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
Join me, John Neighbors, and Freaky Joe Franklin live on location at Twin Peaks this Friday from 1 to 4. Happy hour starts at 2 with $1 off wine, liquor, cheap shots, and ice-cold 29-degree draft brews. Select apps are just $2, $4, and $6. See you Friday at Twin Peaks.
If you are looking for a safe and loving home for you or your loved one, visit Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center. Just 15 minutes from Little Rock and Benton, our skilled nursing staff is dedicated to providing quality long-term care and short-term therapy. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. you can call Heartland home.
103.7 The Buzz is proud to bring you college football talk with Mark May every Thursday morning on Morning Mayhem. Brought to you by Edwards Food Giant, The Meat People, and by Dugan's Pub, located in the River Market.
ESPN and The Buzz gives you the complete sports and entertainment package.
I love that game.
103.7 The Buzz, KABC Little Rock. Buzz News with Channel 7's Cassandra Webb.
We're learning new details about a shooting on Monday that left a Little Rock Southwest High School student injured. Little Rock police were called to the Southwest campus around 2:30 Monday to find 3 students inside a car, one of whom had been shot in the leg. The students told police they'd been at the pavilion at Moorhart Park when they were approached by 3 men holding what they described as an AK-47 rifle. The students say they got in their car to leave, but they came under fire. The driver of that car was injured. The Jefferson Comprehensive Care System will be giving out free flu shots and making HIV testing available free of charge this weekend. Those services and more will be available Saturday at the Arkansas Baptist College Health Center on Bishop Street in Little Rock. They'll be giving them out from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. No appointment is necessary. And those who get a flu shot or an HIV test will get a $10 gift card to McDonald's. And those who get both will get a $25 Walmart gift card. From the Channel 7 Newsroom, I'm Cassandra Webb.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
Those cool mornings and nights and mild afternoons will continue. 69 today with partly cloudy skies. Still a small chance of a few showers in southeast Arkansas, but mainly dry all the way through Friday, then a little cooler for the weekend. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Buy one, get one free at the Riverfront Steakhouse this Thursday night. We're going to have prime rib, 12-ounce prime rib served with our great mashed potatoes. Buy one, get one free.
Watney Chevrolet has consistently been at the top when it comes to new Chevrolet sales in their zone, surpassing dealers from Northeast Arkansas to Mississippi. And that success in new car sales has resulted in an overstock of trade-in used vehicles. Since these cars have to go before the end of the year, Watney Chevrolet is hosting a used car liquidation sale that beats anything in the market. And to make it happen, they've partnered with Capital One to get everyone approved for the biggest discounts of the year. Every major manufacturer is represented, and they're all good enough for mom. Used Tracks as low as $299 per month. Sparks as low as $279 per month. How about a car payment under $200? Get in a Rogue as low as $174 a month. It's Gwatney Chevrolet's used car liquidation sale. 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Call 501-982-2102. GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet. Find new roads. All offers with approved credit. Stock numbers 24831A, P9526, 251058.
Is your Oak Lawn a roaring crowd and thundering thoroughbreds? Or is it betting long shots over cold beer and corned beef? For all the reasons we love it, live racing is back at Oak Lawn starting December 8th. Champion thoroughbreds, more race days, and the largest purses in the track's history. Join us for opening day, December 8th. Make your reservations now at oaklawn.com. What's your Oak Lawn? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
David Dunn here with Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. We're the area's largest and highest rated independent diesel repair facility for all makes and models, from transmissions and brakes to suspensions and engine repair. If you're tired of high dealership prices and long wait times, come see what family owned and locally operated really means. Expert technicians and the latest computer diagnostics will get your equipment back on the road fast. Take the England exit on I-440 to Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. 568-2185. That's Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer.
So I have been in the operating room most of my career, watching people have orthopedic surgery, watching people get knees replaced, hips replaced, shoulders fixed, and I knew there had to be a better way.
That's Dr. Daniel Zuckerman, a medical director for QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in non-invasive regenerative treatments for pain relief.
I see so many people who could have been helped before they got to the operating room if only they had known about regenerative medicine.
QC Kinetics, a natural alternative that uses your body's own healing properties to help restore and repair damaged joint tissue, providing long-lasting relief without drugs, surgery, or downtime.
Well, it feels great when I do get to see somebody who we help, who I know I kept out of the operating room. It's amazing how we change people's lives without surgery.
Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
Where can you find 16 cold beers on tap, the largest Irish whiskey selection in town, weekday happy hour, as well as college, pro, and even World Cup football games, all on big screen TVs? Oh, and let's not forget the great food, great drinks, daily lunch specials, music on the weekends, and a private party room available with reservation. Well, of course, it's Dugan's Pub, your favorite Irish pub in Little Rock since 2010. Dugan's Pub, downtown 3rd and Rock Street, DugansPubLR.com. You ready? Let's go.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and Wes Moore on the Buzz Radio Network.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power. 50% pain, 100%.
Welcome back to Doe's Eat Place. One tamale down, many more to go. We have got steak coming out. They are open for lunch. Doors are officially open now. We've got some people in here ready to rock and roll. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's like, you want some steak? I'm like, yeah, I'll eat a cow right now. I ain't afraid. Let's get to the Red White Report, and then we'll tell you more about what's happening here. I need to get Catherine on and find out about what they can do for you for your holiday season. But I'll tell you this, you're going to be sick of turkey soon, and a big, juicy steak is going to sound really good. Let's get to it.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Big O Tires, with locations in Conway on Harkrider and in Cabot on Prospect Court. Big O Tires offers an endless selection of wheel and tire combinations. Big O Tires, they have everything you need to fit your budget and style.
Well, yesterday, Arkansas's women treated their visitors from the South very rudely and dominated the Little Rock Trojan women in Fayetteville. And Wes, their freshman star continues to score.
Talia Scott. Yep.
Is it Talia or Talia?
Talia.
I'd say Talia.
Tomato.
Well, I'm sure she'd like her name pronounced the right
we'll
way.
Figure it out.
I think it's Talia, but I'm going to go with whatever.
Can I be the tiebreaker?
Sure.
Talia.
Thanks,
Talia.
Coach. Anyway, she's.
I hated to go against you, Wes. I prefer going against Justin.
Oh, Mama Mia.
Oh, my.
What's everybody else going to eat? Oh, my gosh.
Jeez. That's a plate full of food.
I don't eat lunch, and I'm about to hammer something.
Yep. Arkansas's basketball team, men's basketball team, back on the court Friday against a UNC Greensboro team that just gave a good fight to Vanderbilt last night. And Coach Musselman earlier told us about how it feels to be 3-0. Oh, it feels good to be 3-0. That's what he said, something like that. And he also talked this week about defense. It's for the Musselman Show, which you can hear every week on the Buzz, at least the weeks that he doesn't.
I think we can start with Friday. I mean, they have two twin brothers that they're going to play fast. Stanford really prides themselves, although they're not an overly athletic team, they pride themselves on, they really, really run hard. I mean, obviously, Sacramento State has some guys that were on our staff, David Patrick, Hayes Myers. They just got done playing Stanford. I'm not looking at any of that, but I walked by someone's office today that is in charge of getting some stuff, and I did hear that. But obviously, UNC, I mean, we gotta get back and locate guys. I think maybe some of our newer guys, transition defense has maybe not been as high a priority as it needs to be with us.
I love it. He's like UNC. Which one? Asheville, Greensboro. UNC G is going to be good and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's enough of that. Last thing here. Rose Award nominee list has been announced. Arkansas's defensive coordinator is on it. Seems like a weird time. Anyway, let's bring in Coach Kelly officially, and we'll talk about the rest of this list and get coaches. It's not that funny. It's bad timing, though.
We're 3 and something.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Kevin Kelly dominated high school football in Arkansas, winning 9 state titles in 18 years at Pulaski Academy. He's now turning his attention to dominating the airwaves on the Zone. He's brought to you by the Little Rock Athletic Club, who's currently building a state-of-the-art indoor pickleball facility. Little Rock Athletic Club. No contracts and save 30% off joining fees.
Oh, you better believe it. Coach, yeah, not good timing on the whole announcement. Who was the best assistant coach in your mind? Which
Let me just say, I'm laughing. When you're 3 and something, you're like, he has done a good job, especially compared to where they were.
Yeah,
the improvements there, all that stuff. I think God knows we wouldn't have been in the Mississippi State game if it wouldn't have been, and they did a nice job.
Let me ask you this: Who's got the best unit? Who's got the best unit of anybody in America?
Honestly, I would say with Dan Lanning being a defensive guy, his offensive staff at Oregon has been fantastic. Okay. Now, it takes a lot of the head coach going, hey, I'm still going to let you be you, because a lot of times those defensive guys will come into an offensive team like Oregon and go, hey, I want you to slow this thing down because I don't want to give them a lot of possessions, make it look like they're scoring a lot of points.
Right.
Because it makes them look bad. But he just said, hey, I'm going to step in, make the defense better, and let you guys do you, because it's been so good on offense for the years. So to me right now, that's the best offensive staff, whether you want to give credit to the offensive coordinator or a guy getting a quarterback in that transferred in and doing a good job with him as a quarterback coach. Those are your guys right there.
What about LSU's offensive coordinator?
Man, I mean, I don't know if that's coming from him. I don't know if that's coming from him or Brian Kelly. They're very distracting on the radio, Wes and Justin. They put food out here, and the smell is getting, and it's getting me too. But you got to focus, fellas. You got to focus.
I asked you a question. I'm ready for you to talk for like 20 minutes.
You didn't, which I usually do.
Go ahead.
But no, you do. I think that the staff at like I said, the staff at Oregon, and then who'd you ask me about? I've already forgot.
LSU.
Oh, LSU. I love what they're doing down there offensively. And I'm a big fan of Jaden Kelly's. Jaden Daniels. I think he's the best quarterback that's going to come out in the draft if he comes out. I'd take him over Caleb Williams. I think he plays within the system, but he plays quarterback first, run second. But their staff has done a really nice job on offense. But then again, if you look and you go, well, if it comes down to that, Oregon's one of the top teams in the country, has a chance to finish, and make the playoffs. Obviously, LSU does not. And I think that separates if you're going to do. But those two staffs, I think, have done as good a job as anybody in the country.
It amazes me, Coach, as I watch Jaden Daniels play, and honestly, Milroe too, even though he's not as accomplished as a passer. They're running by dudes like they're playing a bunch of high school kids. These are the best athletes in collegiate football, and they're running by them like they're standing still. Do you marvel at it? Are you impressed by what they're doing?
I'm marveled at Jaden Daniels' 85-yard run. I've not seen that gear from him. I mean, I knew he was quick because you got to go at quarterback from 0 to 60 quick a lot of times because you're standing in the pocket and guys are chasing you around. But he turned it on, and you're right. Milroe looks like a deer running, but he looks like a moose in the deer with the deer speed. That's what I think of him. Jaden Daniel looks graceful when he runs, but he looks smooth. It's effortless and all that. And he was really fast. And that's just. Milroe is not on the same level, obviously, as a passer.
Right.
If you look at his accuracy, he'll hit a receiver, but he'll throw it behind him. The guy has to slow down to catch it on a crossing route, and that causes you not to have to run after catch. Daniels is much better there. But again, Milroe, I think, takes one look, and then he's running because he knows he's big enough and strong enough to run through people, around people, and over people. And I think Daniels wants to be a passer first, and that's why I like him a little bit better. But you're right. It's amazing that those two guys aren't cornerback. I mean, fastest guys on the team are usually receivers, corners. And those two guys are running past defensive backs.
It's not fair.
And you shouldn't be able to do that. No, quarterback.
It's really not fair. Kevin Kelly joining us. We're here at Dozy Place. Yes, there's steak. Yes, there are I love the fries with the skin on them. They're so good, dude. And I would like for you to eat, Coach, but you're going to have to talk some more.
That's okay. I'll talk while you guys eat. Then
I respect your discipline. What's your problem?
I was going to ask him a question.
Oh, okay. Was that your signal?
Yeah.
You held your meat up at me? Quit waving your meat in my face.
It got your attention, didn't it?
Yeah, anytime a guy
It
waves his
did
meat,
work.
his meat
It
in
did
my
work.
face, I do pay attention to it. What do you got?
What did you see
Watch it.
Saturday
Saving that.
with Arkansas?
What did I see?
Yeah.
You know, the word
Debacle is the word you're looking for.
the word is uninspired. I just thought we looked uninspired on both sides of football. I thought, you know, and on top of that, I hate to say, I like to say I told you so. You know, I said on here on the radio before the Florida game, there'll be a spark. There always is when a change, because both the coaching staffs will be like, golly, they fired a guy. We could get fired if we don't do our job. So everybody gets it together that week, and they're holding their kids accountable, make them stay in film longer, you know, paying more attention to detail on the practice field. Then after you get that big win, there's that letdown, and that's what happened last week. And what I saw was a team that reverted back to the way they were 2 weeks ago, not the Florida game. You would hope they would get some momentum. Man, winning, that was awesome. We've got a coach like that again, because I will guarantee you there was a difference on the field and in the meeting rooms the week of the Florida game after the firing of Dan Enos. And then I can't guarantee, but I bet you it reverted back to the way it was after that. There's that letdown, but there's also that, okay, we got that done. We got through that week. Now let's go. Plus they had the off week going into the Florida game.
Right.
But what I wanted to see was a little more continuation of what we did offensively, right? I mean, KJ ran the ball against Florida pretty well. We threw the ball. We did. It looked like a few different things. It looked like at times he got the ball out a little faster. You wanted to see progress, and we saw reversion. They reverted back to what they were doing, and that's what you can't do. You can't take one step forward and one step back. You have to take 2 steps forward to take 1 step back, and we didn't do that.
I'm not I told you so guy, but I did try to warn everybody last week. I'm like, Auburn is getting better. And while I was driving around yesterday, taking my son to the doctor, I heard Wes say on the air, Auburn was getting better. And I'm like, I tried to tell you, you knucklehead, you didn't want to hear it. All you kept talking about was how crappy their quarterback was.
I also said
that he would look like a
watched them
Heisman
early
Trophy
in the
winner.
year, and they were bad. I had
They were
not
bad.
watched them in a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks, and I watched the first quarter.
They've beaten
And
bad
they were
competition,
good.
but they've dominated bad
Much better.
competition down the stretch, and I include this last weekend, unfortunately.
When they played Cal, they looked as bad on offense as I've seen an Auburn team ever look, maybe. They really did.
Yeah.
But I will say, what was disturbing, and this is what another reason that, when our defensive staff has somebody that's put up for a mega award. Last week, they looked completely unprepared for their quarterback to run the zone read. Completely unprepared.
That was the
And
first
he
time
just-
they've run it all year, right?
And he just tore. But there's certain things you have to work on
I'm
a little bit
joking.
all week.
I'm assuming they've run that before last Saturday.
Well, not as effective as they did.
Well,
But for you to not be prepared for a simple play like that, whether you think the guys can do it or not, because you maybe looked at him and go, he's not going to hurt us with that. Well, he will if you don't play it at all. If you just have your ends crash down on the running back and he pulls it and looks up and there's nobody within 7 yards of him, us three could run it. But that was what was really disappointing.
crazy.
Was how do you not make an adjustment? I mean, as soon as that first series is over and you go over on defense, you're like, hey, D-end, you cannot chase the running back. You have to stay home for the quarterback. And I think that completely – I think it knocks off 3 touchdowns of theirs if we play that better.
Well, then Arkansas only loses by like 17. That would have been great.
I thought one of the big keys for the Auburn game was they put a spy on KJ, and Florida didn't. And why teams don't put a spy on KJ makes 0 sense to me.
Well, and you're right. For KJ, yes. Well, could you do that on Jaden Daniels? No, because you can't take a guy out of your passing game to spy him.
Yeah.
But with KJ, you can right now until we make you pay for it. And that did surprise me too. And I think that if we could pass well enough, that's what you have to do as an offensive coordinator. You look and go, okay, if they're going to use that guy, we can throw it to spy KJ. And if they're not, then we'll run KJ. And that's what you're going to have to do. And for teams to commit the guy to him right now is obviously the smart play, because we haven't shown that we can throw the ball effectively enough. Heck, they might be able to put 2 guys on him, and maybe we couldn't throw it well enough. I don't know.
Is there a scenario where Florida International makes this week interesting?
0 scenario.
Okay.
This is a team. I watched them 2 games just getting ready for this game because I thought, is there a way that they can, Western Carolina us and make it look ugly and maybe be better because they're Division I, they're FBS? I don't think there is. I watched them and they look completely inept.
Okay, let me
in
ask
both
you this.
games.
What's more likely? Florida International plays Arkansas within 17. The line is 29.5, I think, most recently, or 30, I think, at Oaklawn I saw.
Down to 28.5.
It was 30 at Oaklawn last night when I looked because it was down nationally. I looked at it last night, but it may be under there now.
I think
there's a lot of disgruntled Razorback fans who are probably pouring money into Florida International,
You're
so
probably
I
right.
won't split hairs over it. Let's just say it's 4 touchdowns. So what's more likely? Florida International plays Arkansas within 17, or Arkansas beats Missouri?
That's a really good question.
Thank you very much.
Really good. I think, honestly, it's more likely that, God, this sounds awful coming from me because everybody knows how I am. I mean, these guys got beat by Jacksonville State. These guys are bad.
Hey, Jacksonville State's got Rich Rod. They're well coached.
They may be.
Yeah, they just played somebody really well. Jacksonville State.
I know, but that's like a
Was it South Carolina? Battle of the Cocks?
Yeah,
That's what
who
it
they
was.
played,
Yeah, it was a good game.
The-
A close game.
I think it's more likely that
Some double entendres today.
that they play within 17.
Yeah.
That's probably more likely a little
Okay.
bit. But I think Arkansas, the Arkansas-Missouri game, I think it's one of those that's just a weird game. Missouri beats the crap out of us usually, even when they shouldn't, and we think we're better. I think this may be the year that Arkansas plays them way better than they should, because it's here's why. When you know you're not going to a bowl game,
Yep.
and you know it's your last hurrah,
Yep.
and you know I'm about to go into the transfer portal or I'm thinking about it if you're a player, you go out there and give it your all, so that last game is when everybody remembers you by. And now, is that the right or the wrong reason to play well? You think that for yourself.
I don't
But
care.
that is what happens a lot of times. The whole season, hey, guys, we're all, everybody knows it. It goes without saying. In the locker room, all those guys already know who's going in the transfer portal.
Right.
They already know that. And at the end of the season, when the coach walks, the last game of the season, when the coach walks out on the Friday after the walkthrough, those guys are like, all right, we're going to get it together. We're going to get after it.
I don't-
We're all coming together, and they're going to act like their family one last time, and everybody knows some of them are leaving, but they're going to get after it because they want to leave their mark and leave that last game on film and all that kind of stuff.
Kevin Kelly joining us again, courtesy of the Little Rock Athletic Club. We're here at Doe's Eat Place. If you're hearing a lot of background noise, because people are smashing burgers and steaks and tamales and whatever else they get their mouth on. I understand it. Like, you got to schedule a non-con game. I just wish they wouldn't do these this late in the season. You got a stinker of a weekend generally, other than you got Georgia, Tennessee, which is a good game potentially, although Tennessee took it on the chin last week by Missouri. But you got Louisiana Monroe going to Ole Miss, puke. Southern Miss going to Mississippi State, yuck, although they could win, I guess. New Mexico State at Auburn. New Mexico State's 8-3.
That's that Jerry Killian guy.
Jerry Kill,
Jerry Kill done a great job.
who literally almost died during a coach on the sideline.
Like 2
oddly
or
enough.
3 times he had to leave Minnesota sideline.
Florida International at Arkansas. Florida's at Missouri. Yeah, okay. Kentucky, South Carolina. All right. And Georgia. Well, what I tell you, South Carolina is the second most disappointing team in the league this year.
They really are.
And then Georgia State at LSU. Puke. I mean, Georgia State's not bad, but I don't know why we're playing these games now.
Henderson and Ouachita should scoot back their game to a week every year when nobody good's playing, just to see if they could somehow get College Game Day down there one time for the.
I've been pushing for it for years. The problem is,
Playoffs start this week.
yeah, it's
I
postseason.
know. Yeah.
It is a bummer, though, but it would have been – I mean, there are years where it would have been a lot of sense. This would have been a year where it made a lot
It's
of
just
sense.
one that I think is cool for everybody to see.
It would have been
They
incredible.
literally walk across the street.
I do think people nationally would get into it. I think they would
they
dig it. They've done some one-offs like that with
Yeah,
smaller
they have.
schools.
They have.
Let me get a couple calls in here quick, and then we'll delve into some other items with Coach. What's up, JW?
Hey, sorry, man.
It's okay.
My Facebook.
Oh, well, welcome to the club.
Okay. Hey, I want y'all to help me understand something. This is just a question, okay? This is not JW Brand. So, Mississippi State fired their coach. They come in here and beat us with lesser players. They're 4-6. They're one game better than us. They get fired. Texas A&M, they're going to the bowl game no matter what, and their coach is fired. Okay, because they apparently they have standards. Now tell me why.
No,
two
they have
teams
money.
That came
They have
in-
money. not standards, money.
Mississippi State does not have money.
They don't have. They're not paying off Leach. Leach died,
We have
and their
better
coach that they
athletes.
just hired, they don't have to pay him off to fire him because he got nothing.
They do have to pay him off.
The buyout's not outrageous.
A few $1 million bucks.
A few million compared to 18.
Why in the world that they gave that guy a $4 million buyout is beyond me. It was
millions. No.
It was an experiment from day one. He was lucky to have the opportunity. We close that door. He was lucky to have the opportunity. He was certainly not in line. That's the thing, JW. They had to patch together a situation, so they're completely It's apples
and watermelon.
And yeah, it's completely the A&M situation and the deal over at Mississippi State are completely different. What?
Can I finish my question?
Yep.
Okay, so they're getting fired. They're getting let loose. They have a better record than us. They come in here on homecoming with lesser players and beat us.
Right.
My question is, why are we keeping Sanchez? What do you?
I just
do in
answered it.
Pittman
I just
that
interrupted
you
you
do-
and answered it because I knew what was coming.
not
Your
done.
wife comes home and
JW.
says, "I want this $3 million house." What are you going to say? We can't afford that. I can't buy that for you. I'm sorry, I love you, but I can't. We can't do it. It's the same thing. Money. It's all about money.
JW, it's the same thing with you every day, so you got to get some new material, bud. I don't want to talk about why Arkansas doesn't meet the standard of other schools or why Arkansas allegedly in your mind doesn't think that they should have a winning football program and they're willing to tolerate whatever. It's the same thing with you every day. I get it. Let's see what happens at the end of the year here. And Arkansas certainly did get added pressure put on them with having divisional foes, or at least league foes going forward, make moves here. And obviously Arkansas is not in really, I mean, you look at it, they're not really in a lot different shape than those two schools are, and they're not making a move right now.
Arkansas, it really does seem in the past, in football, basketball, whatever, Arkansas, although you would think we got tons of money booster-wise, right, with Walmart up there and Tyson's, those guys rarely, if ever, step up and get involved in that, maybe because of just what it would appear to be like on the outside. Like, Walmart doesn't want to be like, you know, we're picking the coach. Or Tyson, like, we're picking the coach. Although in the past, Tyson's name has come up, you know, when coaching searches have been done, but nothing credible has been done. But to me, if Arkansas is going to do something with Pittman, it's easily justified to spend university money, and here's how. How much are you going to lose if this continues financially? Not going to the playoffs, going to a bowl game, you can make money. Going to ticket sales, all these things that you can make money on. It's an investment by getting rid of a coach. And I'm not saying you should or shouldn't right now. It's an investment getting rid of a coach if it's going to cause you bigger picture. It's going to benefit you bigger picture financially in the future because of it.
If I'm Tyson, I will say, fine. I will write you a nice big chicken money check if you're going to get a guy that I think is going to win. Who are you going to get?
Me
And
too.
the thing is,
Me
you
too.
don't fire Sam Pittman unless you got somebody waiting. Because
Agreed.
to me, that's a silly move, and you don't, like A&M, have buckets and buckets of oil money, right? Right.
And you just answered the question that an AD has to have. What an AD has to do is he has to go, can we get somebody better? And the answer has to be yes. It can't be maybe. It's got to be yes. When I was at PA and I was the AD, parents on the drop of a hat want somebody fired. You know, some of them wanted me to fire myself. No joke. I had a parent take me out to lunch one time and say, I want you to fire yourself. You can stay the AD, but I don't think you should be the football coach anymore. And I'm like, well, the question I ask you, whether you wanted the basketball coach fired, the track coach fired, whoever, is, do you know that we can get somebody better? Well, surely, no. Surely there is not a definitive answer. Can we get somebody better? If you can't, then don't fire them. But if you know you can, that's when I think you put the money in no matter what and do that. And right now, it's either the timing or they don't think they can get somebody better. I don't think it's a financial deal. I think it's timing, or are we sure we can get somebody better to come to the University of Arkansas right now for what they're willing to pay them? Because what is that, 8th or 9th best in the league?
If you could get Mike McDaniel from the Dolphins and double his salary and you can bring him in tomorrow, I'll write the check. If you don't, then you have to give me somebody that I'm just as intrigued by.
I do like what you said about Tyson. If I do write that check, and he can write it and it won't affect him for one instant, one little bit.
Right.
Then I do think they get to say, okay, and tell me who you're going to get before I write it.
Right.
And that way I'm not picking them, but I'm sure not writing my check if I don't believe in it.
That's the caller we had yesterday that was speculating. The word was that Tyson was willing to write that check if Gus was the man.
He's always supposedly he's always been a Gus man.
Oh yeah.
And I do know from talking to Gus that they've had a relationship. So
yeah.
There may be truth to that, maybe not. I doubt that Tyson would also not write it if we could get a Gruden or if we got a
somebody he approved.
Yeah, somebody approved. I don't think he's tied to one guy.
Yeah.
I just think he uses that name as somebody. That's probably one of the ones that, I mean, UCF's not having a great year this year.
Arkansas,
but he believes in that guy.
I don't need Arkansas to meet its soulmate. I just need him to have somebody who's a viable option.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be Musselman. I don't need a Musselman-like relationship. I just need somebody who can win 7 games a year. Can I do that? Is that asking too much?
I think a minimum of 7.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to win a lot more than that. I mean,
well,
on average.
if you're in Columbia, Missouri, and you're putting that team together and you can win pretty fairly consistently, how can you not win in the University?
Well, let's see how they do when they're having to play LSU and Alabama and the other schools out of the West on a more regular basis too.
Missouri's recruiting well. I mean, they're dominating St. Louis, Kansas City. That helps a lot when you have that in your backyard and you're having success out of those 2 cities.
Yeah,
have you been to Columbia, Missouri lately?
Well,
it's just tough.
They do have better in-state talent as West Point.
In Missouri?
Yeah.
St. Louis and Kansas City, I just told you. That's where they're getting their guys.
I know. St. Louis and Kansas City are it, and that doesn't dominate the state of Arkansas. You will never sell me that the state of Missouri overall has better talent than
You have
Arkansas.
2 giant metro areas that are producing talent every year. You don't have that here.
You're not getting more out of St. Louis and Kansas City than you are the entire state of Arkansas?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, because this year's a decent year where they got 6 from Arkansas. I got to think there's more than 6 out of St. Louis and Kansas City.
I think there's more in Arkansas that are being overlooked or not being seen because people in this state, we get coaches out of state. When Houston Nutt was
running
here
for governor.
When Houston Nutt was here, and I'm not a fan of Houston Nutt, but when Houston Nutt was here, we were for like 2 out of 3 years, we were the number 1 state per capita in Division I players coming out of the University in football, and I think we still have that capacity. We still have that talent level, but I don't think it's being nurtured. By Arkansas State not picking any Arkansas guys very much or very often, like that makes us look worse than we are. I think the university doesn't go. Matter of fact, I think guys that other people are taking, Arkansas oftentimes doesn't even offer because they want them to get preferred walk-on because they're middle of the line guys or what they think they're middle of the line guys.
If they're getting Division I offers for scholarships elsewhere, why aren't they taking them?
Because the way they sell it, it drives me insane. This isn't just Sam Pittman. This is all staffs. They sell that PWO like it's a promissory note to get a scholarship the next year. And once they've got you up there,
they don't have to do that.
They don't have to do anything. And they very, 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 very rarely, and I mean very like single-digit % do that. And the ones we see are the ones where they'll celebrate in the spring when they give one to a guy that's on ESPN or on the news. And you don't see the hundreds of others that don't.
Well,
and that's why I'll go to my grave.
I'm gonna side with Wes on this, and I think Kansas City and St. Louis is a significant place of talent, and you're getting a lot of talent out of there potentially. However, I will also say, and I think you would agree with this, Arkansas should be able to recruit on par with Missouri, even without that.
I do too. And maybe I'm going to give you all a little credit. Maybe I'm biased on the coaching in Arkansas because I have been up, schools in Missouri have had me up to watch their games, sent me their film, brought me up to talk to multiple staffs. And if you took the top 100 high school teams, including Kansas City and St. Louis, you took the top 100 teams in Missouri and made them play the top 100 teams in Arkansas, whoever you ranked them.
We have 100 teams.
Yeah. We have like 300 teams. But you took the top 100 versus the top 100, we would demolish them.
Okay. Interesting.
And maybe we're just better coaches.
That may be.
Yeah.
But we would demolish them.
Let me get a couple calls in here real quick, and we got to hit a timeout. Hooper, what's up?
What's going on, guys? Man, I just kind of answered several of my questions, but I really just kind of got a short one and then a statement real quick, kind of my 2 cents. But right now, if things play out the rest of the year the way they're supposed to, a win at FIU, we, get our butts whooped by Missouri. What do y'all just straight up think? Do you think Pittman stays or do you think he goes?
I couldn't hear you.
I think
Repeat that.
he said he brought up a few facts, but he basically said this: if Arkansas ends up getting whipped by Missouri, simply put, do you think then, at the end of the year, if that happens, do you think Pittman stays or do you think he goes?
I think Arkansas is going to get whipped by Missouri.
If it plays out the way, if the year plays out the way that it goes, because I've got a statement after this real quick. If it goes out the way that it goes out, we lose, we win on.
step down because I don't get my buyout. If they go, hey, look, step down, we'll still give you your buyout. We won't make it public. You look like the hero of, I'm not getting it done. I'm going to step down and save the state some money.
But he didn't say that this week. He
I
said,
know, well,
I'm
he
committed
can't
to
say
staying.
it during the. He can't. You can't say it as a coach with 2 games left when you got players on your team. They would be running to the portal as a university.
That may be fair. Okay.
I just don't think you can do it right now. He could not do it right now.
Yeah.
I heard they were doing it, but he can't.
I think the one thing that we as a university too, and as not fans don't really have anything to do with it, but as a university, because you're exactly right, it all comes down to money, 100%. And they made a comment yesterday morning on the show, and I don't know if it's a rumor, I think it's what it was about how Juracek made a call to see if they were willing to find some owners to pay Pittman's buyout, and they were unable to, find anybody. I think those were just rumors, but I think it does come down to money, and in my opinion, I think the University of Arkansas has got to ask themselves, what are expectations? What do we want out of our football program? Are we tired of buying coaches out? Are we tired of dealing with a Brett Bielema and then a Chad Morris, and then now here we are on the track for a Sam Pittman? Or do we need to, like y'all just talked about, do we need to finally, what are our expectations? Do we need to finally shell out that money to finally buy a big name coach like Gus Malzahn?
Listen, I appreciate the call. Here's the deal. I'm not entertaining this. I do this every time we get in this situation with a program.
Arkansas Brewskis is excited about their second location in hiring servers, bartenders, cooks, and managers. Apply in person at Brewski's downtown. For more info, check us out online at brewskispubandgrub.com. Brewski's, your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. This is Pat Bradley for River City Flooring, where you can pick your payment. Get 0% interest for 12, 24, or 36 months. And River City Flooring in Maumelle is where you'll save 50% on all in-stock waterproof LVP flooring. And did you know River City Flooring carries cabinets? So stop in and let my friends at River City Flooring help you with your remodel. Kitchen, bath, living, dining, they do it all. Check out River City Flooring in Maumelle at their huge new showroom on Maumelle Boulevard just off 430.
Over the river in the woods to grandmother's house we go.
Chances are this Thanksgiving you'll take your family to grandmother's house.
White and drifted snow.
But every year, hundreds never make it because they weren't buckled up.
This is Thanksgiving Day.
Arkansas law enforcement wants to make sure you arrive safely, so buckle up. Wearing your seatbelt not only saves you from getting a ticket, it could save your life.
Click it or tickets. A reminder from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Welcome back to the Zone in the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio on the Buzz Radio Network with Justin Acree and Wes Moore.
I'm sorry for disturbing everyone's lunch here at Doe's. I apologize. I just can't take it. Stop it. And again, I'm not mad at Hooper. Hooper's a good dude. I appreciate the call. I really do. But let's not do that. Let's not waste each other's time and talk about who would or who wouldn't be. I mean, because there's no opening there yet. It's crazy talk. Let's not do that. We're gonna get Catherine on to talk about Doe's, and her dad was a very compelling guest earlier, I have to say. So the bar has been set pretty high. So I'm just saying, no pressure. We're all wedged over here in the corner. You know why? Because they can't just give us a big old table in the middle. You know why? Because a lot of people come here to eat lunch. You know why? Because it's really good. And I don't know how you go back to work after this. I mean, if I come over here and eat all what I did, I do have to go back to work, unfortunately. I got to do the podcast. Zach, I can already tell you, heads up, I'm going to be pretty lame on the podcast today. A little bit later in the show, too, we're going to hear from Rachel Harris, who, if you don't know who she is, she's an actress. You'll know her if you see her. She's in Goosebumps, which is airing on Disney, and Coach is a big fan.
I'm a big fan of the Suits.
Yeah, Suits was
I
great.
heard y'all talk about her.
Yeah.
Too. She's awesome on there. That's a great show.
That was a good one. I got to tell you, I like his character. Did you watch Suits, Catherine?
I did.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Yeah. Well, I'm on the new.
You were one of the original watchers.
I was.
We're late to the game.
I can't believe they let him cuss like that on USA. I guess they just let him say whatever
Yeah,
the heck
it's just a regular. I mean, like a HBO show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How many seasons?
9.
Okay. 8 or
9.
Yeah,
There's a bonus season on Amazon that Netflix doesn't have.
Okay.
So you finish 8, you think because that's where I was. I finished
Yeah.
8 and I was like, God, I wish there was more. And then I just happened to search.
I might need to do
Is
that.
there another season coming out? And on Amazon, there was a season 9.
Okay.
Well,
that's awesome.
They don't like drop
I
the
just-
F-bomb or anything, do they?
All the time.
Yeah, they could swear like crazy on there.
Crazy. It's like an HBO show. It really
Yeah,
is.
it really is. I just anyway, I was going to say my original point was, the guy's a great actor, but he looks like a shrew. The guy that plays Lewis Litt, I cannot imagine climbing into bed with that guy and feigning that I'm sexually attracted to him. He's so gross.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
Yeah.
The guy's a hell of an actor.
He is good.
But he's
on
so
everything
gross.
he's ever been in.
I've never seen him in
kind of
anything else.
had that same. He's kind of typecast as that kind of half crazy guy
Yeah.
in everything he's ever been.
He
He's been
looks like
that.
a human shrew.
But that's what makes your girl that's coming on being that much better of an actress.
She is.
But they do put them in they do paint them as both really odd sexual fantasy type people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it fit with anybody.
I don't think it's that odd. Anyway, thank you for having us today. It's great to be back.
Well, I'm
And,
glad y'all are here.
I'm glad you all got a busy lunch. Let's talk about holidays. We talked to your dad, kind of got the history of the restaurant, and you had told us a little bit about him and his story before. I couldn't remember if he was on or not. I just felt like you did such a good job of describing him. I couldn't remember because it's been a while whether
and
he was on.
You said you wanted to get him on the air
Yeah.
when you were here last
That's right.
time. So he had no idea that y'all were here today.
Yeah.
I just kind of snuck him right on in.
He didn't seem to hate it too bad. Anyway, we had a good
He did
time.
good.
So let's talk about holidays and what's coming up, what your hours are. And then are you guys doing anything? Do people come in here and go, hey, I need this or that for my holiday meal? Do you sell things for that?
We sell a ton of hot tamales for Christmas Eve. Sometimes we just open for tamale pickup.
Okay.
Because it's crazy how many people that is part of their tradition. So, but I was
Sorry.
going to tell you our hours.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to be closed on Thanksgiving Day. We will be closed for lunch on Friday, but we will be opening up at 5 o'clock Friday afternoon.
And what's your Christmas plan?
We will be closed Christmas Day, and that's it,
Okay.
and New Year's Day.
Okay, very good.
Yep.
What do you do on your holidays off? Do you cook?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do. I'm having about 20 people at my house for Thanksgiving. I've got family coming from St. Louis, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and then Newport, Arkansas.
Let's go. Do you serve steak?
No,
Do people come up and go, "What's the deal? Where's the steak?"
no.
Okay, they
no.
don't. They expect
I will
traditional.
bring all my family that's in from out of town. We always come down here on Friday night, and so they always have to come to those when
Yeah.
they're in town.
That's awesome.
They want the tamales.
Oh yeah, and the steak and the whole. We do the whole thing.
What is your best selling cut? Like what's a typical or your best seller?
Well, everybody wants a porterhouse, and we don't have as many of those because we cut our own meat. So you get just a few porterhouses out of a loin versus a whole lot of T-bones. So we run out of the porterhouse pretty early.
Okay, I always think of a porterhouse as like a big T-bone. What's the difference?
On a porterhouse, you have a much bigger fillet,
Right,
which is the best part.
but is it all cut from the same area?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we get a whole loin
okay.
and cut it up, and you have a few of the porterhouses on the end, and the rest will be T-bone.
Okay, how do you who determines what's a porterhouse and what's a T-bone?
Well, it depends on the fillet.
How big does it have to be?
I don't know.
You just know,
eyeball
you just
it.
know when you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There are other things in history like that, but I won't make the analogy. Anyway, I know it when I see it. I can't describe it to you, but I know it when I see it. That's a T-bone. That's a porterhouse.
How important is it to cut the meat? The guy who's doing the cut, can he make or break it the way he cuts it?
David cuts it. He's been here
Chef
for
David does all the cutting?
34 years.
He does all the cutting and the cooking.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
He's
That
our
shows
ki-
you how important it is.
He is our kitchen manager. He's been here. We've been here 36 years. He's been here 33, 34 of those years.
Yeah.
He knows how to do it all.
Is he here today?
He is here today.
He came on with us last time.
He
I would-
did.
You guys have a story on your website that he has rubbed elbows with guys like John Ritter and Tom Cruise,
Yes.
among others.
Mhm.
So I need him to come back on. I don't know if you've told us that story last time we were here or not. Again, it has been way too long since we've been on the air with you here. So
I know.
now, I've been in here a bunch since then, but we have not had you on the air since then. So
Yeah.
You know, they were here last year, Coach. I wasn't here. I missed it.
I'm just glad y'all did it on Wednesday this year.
you know why he was not here?
You know why I wasn't here?
No.
Because I was in South Carolina. It was 2 years ago.
Oh man.
You know what I was doing in South Carolina?
I do.
Let's go host.
He was down there doing a thing on on the little
Presbyterian and
Arkansas
you.
kids. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Arkansas kids down there.
Yeah. We couldn't figure it out because they were here 2 years ago. And I'm like,
And you're like,
"Why-
where were you?
Yeah,
Where
how
were you?"
was I not here? And
Yeah.
they were like, it was right about this same time of the year. And I was like, I was in South
Here's
Carolina.
my question for you. If you could only eat one thing and you had to eat it every day for the rest of your life and it was from here, every day for lunch, what would you pick?
Cheeseburger.
Cheese? Oh, that's good.
Cheeseburgers are
Can't go
clown
wrong
town.
with it. Yeah,
They're
can't
so
go wrong
good.
with cheeseburger.
The problem is I come in here with the intention of getting a cheeseburger many times, and I end up with a big steak on my plate.
Right. When we were shut down for the pandemic, I craved our burgers, and I complain about having to eat here all the time. But then after being shut down for 2 months, I craved the hot tamales too. And when they're just in front of you all the time, you
Don't
don't
know what
want
you
them.
got until it's gone.
That's right. That's right. So
Cheeseburger. I could do a cheeseburger every day from here.
Yeah. We
Be
need to
happy
get
with
one
it.
to go. Christian's been having to listen to us talk about food for 3 hours today. Or he's going to by the time the show's over.
did
We
y'all
got-
get shrimp?
Yes, I had shrimp.
We've
It
got
was-
catfish coming too.
Oh Lord, I don't think I can eat another bite. But yeah, we got to get a burger to take back to Christian. He's pretty plain Jane, but he likes burgers.
And it's happening down here. I mean,
It's jumping.
people are buzzing.
Well, this is the
full
best.
of people. It's awesome.
This is one of the best
Yeah.
business lunches you're going to find in America. I mean, you get a
Yes.
good crowd. I mean, a lot of downtown struggled. A lot of people did not go back to their offices after the pandemic. How long did the impact continue here afterwards, as far as business lunch?
Well, we just opened back up on Mondays in July because we were so slow, and originally we were closed on Mondays and Tuesdays after the pandemic, and we've slowly gotten back to our regular schedule as business has picked up.
And how late are y'all open for dinner? Sorry, Coach.
I'm sorry,
How late are y'all open for dinner?
9:00,
Okay.
5
This,
to 9.
this is a lunch closing place. Here's how I'll tell you why. When I was at PA, I would think people could use it to close deals for business. When I was at PA, I brought 5 coaches to Doe's for lunch. Only 5.
Mhm.
We were 5 for 5 on them offering a scholarship to the kid. I wanted them to offer one. They hadn't offered him before, and they offered him after. Now,
That's pretty
you
cool.
can put all the stuff together you want to, but this was the common denominator.
Yep.
And, you know, you just a happy man, talk him into what you want him to do. But 5 for 5 on Doe's bringing. So coaches out there in Little Rock, if you've got college recruiters coming in, bring them to Doe's for lunch, and you're probably going to get that offer for your kid you want to.
You bring me a big hunk of cow, it's hard for me to say no to anything.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So
Well, we're unique, serving everything family style. Our steaks are huge. So, yeah.
I was telling the guys too, this is a great place to pregame for these shows over at the hall because it's, I mean, darn
Yeah.
near walking distance from here. So
Yeah.
it's
We
close.
do a lot of, or we have a lot of customers that come in before they go to Robinson or even Simmons Arena. We're so close.
Is it more crowded at night or during the day?
During lunch is more crowded,
Yeah.
typically.
Is this a typical
Yeah.
day?
Well, we got busier earlier today. I'm guessing because y'all are here.
Yeah. I imagine that's why.
Yeah, they all came to see you,
Yeah.
and a few people have stopped in because they heard my dad on the air and they hadn't seen him in years.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's been a few people
That makes
stop
me happy.
in that just wanted to say hi to him. So
Do you do takeout?
yes, we do.
Yep. We're going to take out a burger for Christian.
Well, I'm downtown at night.
Yeah.
Be great.
That's actually
if
smart.
I'm, in a hurry and I've got to run, just
Yeah.
come in, call ahead.
We're open Monday through Saturday at night, 5 to 9.
What's cool is I was in PV. I mean, I was in PV right before I came here. I was thinking, God, how long is it going to take? Like 20, 25. It took me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
From my house to here
Yeah.
in 10 minutes. And that's West Little Rock out in PV. I mean,
Right.
so
Chester to
close.
Markham,
Have-
and you're here.
Have the French fries always been the way you guys do them with the skin?
Yes,
I love them. They're so
they're
good.
fresh cut
Not a lot
every
of people
shift.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
David do those too?
Sometimes
Is he here all day long and all
Golly.
night, or does he leave?
he leaves between 2 and 4.
And he comes back for dinner service too?
Yep.
He's an
Not,
animal.
not every day.
Yeah, but most
he gets a
times.
couple of days off, but
Golly.
Not
I'm
a
glad
lot.
y'all give him a couple. I was starting to think this guy was just basically the key behind
He's a
it.
machine.
some days we'll talk about him taking off, and I'll come in and he'll be here and he'll say, "Well, I just wanted to get everything set up," or
That's passion. I love it.
he treats this place like it's his,
Yeah.
and he is very rare, and I would not want to do it without him.
Well, I appreciate you having us.
Every now and then he gets frustrated and he'll hand me his keys and I'll say, throw them on the table, and I'll get mine and we'll both throw them on the table. It's like, where are we going?
Yeah.
So if you're leaving, I'm leaving too.
I like it. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
We got to hit a break, 11:52. And again, we're here at Doe's. Come on and get you some. I don't think they'll run out of meat before we go off the air, but it is definitely cranking out in here. I love watching these dudes over here. I mean, these guys are like, oh, I'm going to have a nice light 2-pound steak for lunch. No big deal. Yeah, bring it on. I'm in. We'll be back in a sec.
Big O Tires right now is ready to take care of all your needs. Black Friday right around the corner, and they're ready to roll at Big O Tires. Up to $140 off instant savings on select set of Michelin tires. Buy 3, get 1 free on Cooper tires. Instant savings and rebates on almost every tire they have in stock. You can also get ready for cold weather with huge savings on their service too. Get 0% interest when you use the Big O credit card. It's all happening. Big O Tires, Cabot and Conway. And Conway, they're on Harkrider. In Cabot, it's Prospect Court. Big O Tires Black Friday event is here. Check them out. Big O Tires, the team we trust.
Is your oak lawn a roaring crowd and thundering thoroughbreds? Or is it betting long shots over cold beer and corned beef? For all the reasons we love it, live racing is back at Oaklawn starting December 8th. Champion thoroughbreds, more race days, and the largest purses in the track's history. Join us for opening day, December 8th. Make your reservations now at oaklawn.com. What's your Oaklawn? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Stacked Commercial Truck and Trailer has 5 service trucks available, providing you on-site service to get you back on the road. If that doesn't do it, Stacked has a new state-of-the-art 13-bay shop for service and repair on all Class A trucks, trailers, RVs, light and medium-duty commercial vehicles, tires, brakes, AC, engine repair, transmissions, differentials, and driveline repair. Stacked Commercial Truck and Trailer Repair. Get Stacked. 2 miles off 530 exit 34 in Whitehall.
Hi, I'm Rick Pennington of Lions Drug. We have great news. Generic Cialis is now available at a huge savings. We have Tadalafil, the FDA-approved generic of Cialis, in a 20 milligram tablet at a savings of up to 80%. We have the 5 milligram daily tablets for less than $3 a pill. Lions Drug continues to be your go-to pharmacy for men's health. What are you waiting for? Call us today at 844-676-2247 or go to our website at lionsdrug.com.
Is your beard the envy of men everywhere? Prove it. Arkansas Urology and 1037 The Buzz want to celebrate your locks and honor No Shave November and celebrate men's health with the Beard Bracket Challenge presented by Arvest Bank. Visit ArkansasUrology.com to submit your bearded photo from now until November the 26th for a chance to win a flat screen TV. We'll post all the beard photos on Facebook, and whichever photo gets the most likes will win. Submit yours today at ArkansasUrology.com.
This is the Pigskin Preacher bringing you the word. There's a wonderful Christian hymn titled Night with Ebon Pinion, which translates as Wings of Darkness. Arkansas Razorback Joseph Pinion is a wing whose perimeter shooting can mean a dark outcome for our opponents. This year's Hog basketball team is loaded for a Final Four run as Coach Muss builds on his record of success. Here's wishing the Hogs a great season. Double B's presents Joseph Pinion as he joins Randy and Rick each week on Drive Time Sports. Double B's is an Arkansas company with 34 locations across the state, helping make Arkansas strong. Looking for a gift? Double B's has Exxon and Phillips 66 gift cards available. Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
You're listening to the best midday sports talk show in all of Arkansas. You're in the zone with Justin Acree and Wes Moore, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio on the Buzz Radio Network.
Tonight we ride, right or wrong. Tonight we sail on a radio song. Rescue me, should I go down? If I stay too long, in trouble.
All right, up against it, top of the hour coming up here. Where it goes. And Kevin Kelly is with us. Wes Moore, Wizards back in the studio. Wizard, you heard me, buddy. I'm working on it.
I'm gonna have to go to the Little Rock Athletic Club after I get through eating.
Twice, probably. I need.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of, I know you're a huge Dion fan. They were at UCLA. You remember they got robbed. Somebody broke in and stole things from them. Turns out it was a couple of recruits on a visit. How dumb do you have to be a recruit on a visit and go in the opposing team's locker room and steal from them? Wow. Yeah. 2 high school players from Beaumont High School, apparently, is the story, arrested after police learned they had stolen items from the locker room. I guess they stole from both teams, is what I read. Wow. I mean, you got to have.
Didn't that happen with a couple of Arkansas recruits?
Yeah, it was the kids, some kids from Memphis that came over on a recruiting trip
That's
and
right.
stole some stuff
I remember that.
from the locker room.
Well,
They
here's the
sent them
deal.
home.
A, you have to be super dumb. B, you got to have a giant pair. What do you think?
I think it's funny, too, that Dion, of course, we know I don't like Dion. I think it's funny, too, that Dion was mad and accused the opposing school of not paying more attention to the people that could be in his locker room and do all this. And it was his own people.
Well, they were UCLA recruits.
Yeah, it was UCLA.
UCLA recruits. That makes it a little better.
Yeah.
Although, what are they doing? How do they get in that locker room?
It's a good question. Security should be better.
I get you letting them in if they're your own guys.
Yeah. Well, my guess is they're not going to play for UCLA or Colorado.
Yeah, they might not play anywhere.
I bet somebody will take them.
I'm talking about Eliot's Mexican Grill. Take exit 108 from either direction for award-winning Mexican food made fresh every day. The Cute Special, a Mexican hibachi dish with fresh steak, chicken, or shrimp. Tuesdays are Taco Tuesdays, and they're only $1.99 at Eliot's, and now they're serving homemade tortillas. Fresh pies for dessert along with soft serve ice cream. Eliot's Mexican Grill, award-winning Mexican food with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. You take exit 108 to Eliot's Mexican Grill in Morrilton.
Looking for somewhere new downtown to hang out with all of your friends for football? Then there's only one place, and that's Little Rock's newest neighborhood sports bar, The Busker on South Main. The Busker features an upscale bar menu with great beer, wine, and cocktail selections, as well as weekday happy hours from 4 till 7 and late nights from 10 till close. So watch all your your favorite college and NFL games on the Sunday Ticket this fall, where you won't miss a minute of the action on their big screen TVs. All this, including live music on the weekends, can only be found at the Busker on South Main.
Roger Scott is warming up those vocal cords to bring you the Razorback Song of the Week on Morning Mayhem. Presented by Dr. Jimmy Tucker at Ortho, Arkansas and 103.7 The Buzz.
A lot of talk.
Why do you have to talk like that?
And a lot more attitude.
You have a problem? Turn off your station.
103.7 The Buzz. KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with Channel 7's Cassandra Webb.
We're learning new details about a shooting on Monday that left a Little Rock Southwest High School student injured. Little Rock police were called to the Southwest campus around 2:30 Monday to find 3 students inside a car, one of whom had been shot in the leg. The students told police they'd been at the pavilion at Moorhart Park when they were approached by 3 men holding what they described as an AK-47 rifle. The students say they got in their car to leave, but they came under fire. The driver of that car was injured. The Jefferson Comprehensive Care System will be giving out free flu shots and making HIV testing available free of charge this weekend. Those services and more will be available Saturday at the Arkansas Baptist College Health Center on Bishop Street in Little Rock. They'll be giving them out from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. No appointment is necessary. And those who get a flu shot or an HIV test will get a $10 gift card to McDonald's. And those who get both will get a $25 Walmart gift card. From the Channel 7 Newsroom, I'm Cassandra Webb.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
Partly cloudy across the state today. Another mild afternoon at 69 degrees. We still have that small chance of a shower or two in southeast Arkansas. Tonight slowed down to 52, 67 tomorrow, and near 70 for Friday. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Buy one, get one free at the Riverfront Steakhouse. This Thursday night, we're going to have prime rib, 12-ounce prime rib served with our great mashed potatoes. Buy one, get one free.
Brandon Moving and Storage has served Central Arkansas since 1965 and continues to provide professional service, local reliability, and community investment. We provide residential and commercial moves, local, national, and international service, commercial warehousing and distribution, unpacking services, and custom packing and crating. Let Central Arkansas's trusted Beacons agent help you with your next move. Brandon Moving and Storage. You make a move, we make it easy.
Rock out with the only American-style sushi experience. Founded on great food and rock and roll.
Rock and roll?
Rock and roll sushi. Deliciously twisted flavors and a rock and roll vibe that'll blow your mind. You're going to love our made-from-scratch hibachi menu. Chicken, shrimp, filet, or lobster with grilled vegetables and fried rice. Grilled to order VIP style. Rock and roll sushi for lunch or dinner. rockandrollsushi.com.
With 4 locations to choose from in Benton, Conway, and 2 in Little Rock.
So if you've been living life with pain and you keep saying, well, I'm going to go to the doctor, but I really don't want to do the surgery and I don't want to be on pain meds forever. Well, I have an option for you. It's called QC Kinetics. Hey, everybody, it's RJ Hawk. I just had a buddy the other day that came up to me and he said, hey, look, I keep hearing your ads. I'm going to give them a try. What's the number? I'm going to tell you right now, 501-222-8440. Look, there is absolutely no reason that you need to keep living with all this joint pain. If you've got hip pain, back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain, you owe it to yourself to go by for this free consultation to QC Kinetics. There's people all over Central Arkansas that are using QC Kinetics right now, and it's changing their life. It's giving them their life back. They use properties from your own body to heal your body. So there's no surgery, no downtime, and especially no drugs. Give them a call today for that free consultation, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
Shh. Hear that? That's what fun sounds like. Want to know what fun looks like? Then check out Cupid's Lingerie with 8 Arkansas locations, including 3 in Little Rock. Cupid's is a boutique specializing in all things pleasure and play. From lingerie to, well, everything you can imagine and more. Visit shopcupids.com today and treat someone special to something special from Cupid's. Enjoy.
At Red River Ram Jeep, we're taking $10,000 off Ram HD trucks, all brand new 23 models. And we're taking $10,000 off 23 Jeep Gladiators. And we're taking up to 20% off on all 23 model Renegades in stock. Some people are saying I gave too much for my vehicle 2 years ago. Well, we gave too much for these vehicles right now. That's why they're $10,000 off. Check us out at Red River Ram
Prevnar20.com for Arkansas's largest inventory during the Black Friday sales event.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Right this way. Welcome to the $1 Million VIP Club. An all-new VIP scratch-off ticket from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. It's for very important players and is hiding some very impressive prizes, like a top prize of $1 million and more than $42 million in total prizes. Be a VIP today. Ask for the new $1 Million VIP Club Scratcher. You could play, scratch, and win $1 million. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
You ready? Let's go.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and Wes Moore on the Buzz Radio Network.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100%
All right, third hour today in the zone. Thanks for being with us. We're at Doe's downtown on Markham. Got some of the Buzz sales staff in here. So if you're looking for a really good salesperson and you need to market your business, this whole sales staff's here pretty much. Hope's here. Hope would be happy to help you out if you want to do some marketing, or Dustin. Sabrina could take care of you. Leslie's here, sales manager.
And finally have some tables open.
That guy.
Hope's my favorite person here right now because she's been really nice to us.
Ellen Ballantyne's here too, I guess. That's fine.
All right, you're right.
Hope has been the best waitress I've ever had who wasn't even a waitress. It's amazing.
She took care of us.
She really has. Lots of cow and some shrimp and
catfish.
Catfish I didn't eat, but it looked amazing. I'm so full.
Oh, you didn't get a piece of catfish?
I'm too stuffed.
You should try it.
Oh, I've had it before. I come here all the time.
Not today.
No, I'm sure it's just
I've had it before too, but
I'd like a piece of catfish. That sounds really good.
You want catfish or you want a burger? Make up your mind.
Catfish.
Okay, catfish it is. We get a catfish to go. Bring me a catfish on two. No, it's cool. Thanks. Hope's like, yeah, I can do whatever I want. Some Southern Structural Solution text line. Coach Kelly, do you sit KJ and play Criswell?
Yes.
Okay. Coach Pittman said this week Criswell deserves or has earned the right to play. Is that what he said? Is that the way he phrased it?
Earned the right to get some snaps.
Yeah.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put a lot of stock in that, especially if
I'm not putting stock in him saying he's not quitting too. But
well, that too. What is KJ? What do you think KJ's plans are from here?
Probably go to the hospital for a while and heal up.
Well, no, I mean realistically,
What do I think?
Yeah,
he's going to try to get the best deal available.
Get the best what?
Deal available.
What kind of deal?
NIL. Is there any other kind?
I don't think there's any NFL stock.
Yeah, NIL is better than NFL.
Do you think he tries to transfer?
Yeah.
Yeah. NIL better than NFL.
Well,
why wouldn't he?
Who gives him the best deal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And if
you
Arkansas-
don't mean the best deal here at Arkansas.
No.
You think
possibly.
what percentage chance is there that KJ is on Arkansas's roster a year from now?
20?
20. Yeah, I was going to say 20.
What are the odds he plays collegiate football next year?
90.
Then I think 20's low. If he's playing collegiate football, now the question is how much does Arkansas want him back?
Yeah, that's
over
what,
Criswell.
That's part of the 20 though. Is does Arkansas want him back? Does he want to be? I mean, that could go either way.
Guys, it's salary cap, whether you want to
Yeah,
believe it or not. Arkansas only has
1,000%.
so much money to play with, and if they think, you know what, we can be almost as good offensively with Criswell, we can save that $750,000
Okay.
and spend it somewhere else.
Let me ask you,
Agree.
either one of you, any of you, anybody who's listening, What team can you stick him on healthy? You got a good offense. What team you stick him on, and they're automatically way better?
The original
Ole
team
Miss.
that offered him all that money, Auburn.
Ole Miss.
Auburn would be better at quarterback, yeah. Ole Miss? Better than Dart?
Dart? No.
I'm going to
Say no.
No.
It's an audio format.
Are you done? I was just thinking what I was going to say after that. I was trying to think of another team. I was thinking there's a lot of SEC teams that would be better. I don't know if they'd be way better, but would Mississippi State be better this next year with him?
Maybe. Depends who the
A&M
coach
would
is.
probably be better.
A&M.
I don't think A&M would be better.
You like their quarterback?
Although the best thing KJ could do would be under Bobby Petrino for a year.
Yeah.
I mean, no question.
That's a good point.
Go be under that guy if you want a chance to play in the NFL at all.
And somebody mentioned TCU this week. Go put back and play
See
for
that.
Riles.
Maybe they like big guys that can run. Remember
Yeah.
the guy last year?
Well, they like little guys who can throw, too, apparently, because
Chandler.
Morris's kid is playing there.
Yeah, but they really like big guys,
Big guys
that
that
can
can
run
run.
because then you go to the finals.
Yeah, that's a good point. I got a note here from the 479. Most beef loins cut 10 porterhouse steaks. Good to know. Justin says Navy Mike, just because that's not how it's spelled. The head coach position isn't officially open doesn't mean fans aren't allowed to fans can do whatever the hell they want, Navy Mike, and so can you. I'm not going to entertain it on the show because we only got 3 hours to kill, and I don't want to do that. Okay? Thanks. Oh, Hooper says, good call. I just want to say I wasn't suggesting any coaches. I was agreeing with you. Followed up by saying, and I said, what if we get rid of Pittman? Hooper, I love you. I appreciate you. I didn't mean to go off, but it's mostly for effect too. Let's be honest.
You were a little harsh.
It's just for show, coach.
Is this for show? Because you went off on me like that the other day and I cried.
You haven't cried since 1985. And Hooper, I love you. I appreciate the call, and I really do enjoy the conversation. If KJ went to Auburn, how would that sit with Walker? Good point. I think Walker would probably sit with Walker, wouldn't he? I mean, you're going to sit and learn behind an experienced guy who kind of does what you do.
Truth be known, it benefits any kid coming out of high school if there's an adequate player that plays in front of him to watch and learn. Nobody wants to sit in red shirt, but it benefits them. Just going into college and the new life, the new coaches, the new structure, the new everything, man, it benefits you to sit and watch.
KJ said that about Felipe Franks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
for
much
sure.
it helped him.
Yeah.
John in Conway says, thank you. Somebody needed to shut those fools up. Stop being fair weather fans. Get behind the coach or stop watching football. Oh, no, I'm going to watch football, and I'm going to criticize the coach. Sorry.
Yeah, a fair weather fan isn't necessarily if you're behind the coach or the quarterback, in my opinion. My opinion, it's if
You should
you're-
be
if
realistic.
Yeah, if you stay a Hogs fan, that's not a fair weather fan. If you deviate from them like I do, now I'm a fair weather fan. If I think they're doing things in the way they should be doing them, I'm a big fan. If I think they're not, I'm not that big a fan.
More Southern Structural Solution text line. Is Justin okay? It did not sound like he is okay after the last caller. Wowza, breathe, relax. Have you ever heard this show before? Or is this your first week?
Somebody gave him mouth to mouth during the break. Well, he's good.
That's the best thing Acres ever yelled. Thank you, MJY. Rick Schaefer said that about HY calling donors. Hunter Yurchek. He said a good source told him. Well, if Rick said it, then I'm sure it's true. Come on, Arkansas is a state ranked somewhere around 38th every year out of 50 states for in-state talent. And Missouri's winning because one big reason. They have a quarterback that can make throws in a decent line. If we had Missouri's quarterback this year, I think both Enos would still be here, and we would have won a few of the close games. Oh, boy. I think if Arkansas had Missouri's line, they might have won a couple more games.
Missouri's wide receivers.
I'm still
running
not.
back.
I'm still not condemning our.
guy.
I
Pretty
think
good.
our line's better than all of y'all think it is. I think the quarterback holding the ball that long makes it seem a lot worse.
Coach.
Better than y'all think it is. Y'all, because you think it's the worst in the SEC.
He thinks
Oh,
it's the,
yes, no doubt.
He thinks it's the worst in
Without
the
a
state.
doubt.
He thinks UAM has a better line.
Coach, look, and I've told everybody, I only watched the first quarter last week, and I got mad, and I'm not going to watch the other 3 quarters. So maybe the line got better, but it was the same stuff. They're twisting. The defensive line's twisting. There's some stunts. Then they bring in a blitz, and they're running free.
What's confusing for the line? It's not fair.
No, it's not. High school kids know how to pick that up, and that's what's frustrating to me. How are we in week 10 and the same thing? It's not a new twist or a new stunt that's beating them. It's the same thing.
It is the
that
coach's
LSU used.
job to get them to do that.
It's not me.
They're not even trying to do it. It's an X's and O's problem. If you don't know when you're sitting there and a guy crashing between you, and you look and see a guy coming in the gap beside you, and you don't let go of him and get in his way, that's an X's and O's problem. That's a coach's thing. That happens way more than anybody's giving them credit for. It's not that they just aren't getting it done. It's that they're not even trying to get it done because nobody's told them that's how you have to do it.
Surely that's not true.
I would say this: if he's passing him off
Yeah.
and getting in his way, and the guy's running him over, that's another deal. They're not even passing him off and getting in their way.
No,
that's a coach deal. I would not get on. I mean, I coached for 30 years, may coach again soon. I would never get on
Hey,
to.
whoa,
I would
breaking news.
never get
No,
on
no, no,
to.
no.
I would never get onto my offensive line if he didn't even try to trade off if they stunted or if they crashed him and blitzed from the inside or the outside and he made no effort. That's a coach deal. Hey, you've got to make sure this guy knows that. Well, I told him once. Well, whatever you did didn't work.
I got a note here from the 314. If you check Rivals' top 10 recruits in the state of Missouri, only one of them is going to Missouri. My kids went to the top high school in St. Louis. They lost to Bryant last year, he says. So
They did.
coach is making a good point. Let's go. Well, I know Bryant's got a good coach, so that's a little bit of a, I mean, you're talking about the best, most successful coach and the best, most successful program in the state the last 5 years.
And they beat them this year too, by the way. Bryant did.
They still got a good coach and a lot of great players. They might be the best team in the state.
I like the way you don't want to give Arkansas high schools any credit.
I give them lots of credit. I'm
It's
just
okay.
saying.
Hey, I still love you.
Listen, the Metro has underperformed the last 10 years, and it's true, and you can argue all you want.
What do you mean? When you say underperform, you mean in turning out Division I athletes?
Correct.
I agree.
Okay. I can't believe I am about to say this, but I could actually rather hear a call from Navy Mike over JW right now. Hey, Navy Mike, at least, he may say something dumb, but at least he says something different usually. Arkansas and South Carolina were in very similar situations heading into the season. Underachieved last year, high expectations this year, had disappointing seasons, and they're definitely looking at their future, but not necessarily firing their coach. You're probably right. And I think it's funny. The big piece in all this is Trey Knox. Like, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go over there. Now, he got more money, I'm sure, to go to South Carolina. But at the same time, I was like, oh, we suck here too, huh? Okay, cool.
Hey, question. Who's more now? South Carolina fans love South Carolina. I was there, and they love them. Who's more disappointed this year in their team? South Carolina fans or Arkansas fans?
I think Arkansas fans care about football more than South Carolina does. Is that dumb?
Yeah, I think you're just because you're here. Because
Okay.
down there, they did. I mean,
Okay.
half of them love Clemson. Don't get me wrong. But the ones that love South Carolina, because of the Clemson hate, love South Carolina.
I had this conversation with the South Carolina fan like 2 weeks ago, and it was so similar.
Yeah.
Both seasons, disappointments.
It's awesome.
What's happening? Yeah, the way they feel is the way Arkansas
And
fans
this
feel.
year, both of them had a way higher expectation.
Yeah.
KJ back. You got Spencer Rattler back. Think you've got a quarterback.
This guy said, oh, Navy Mike says KJ is going to Oregon. You don't know anything, Mike. He might be right.
I just said that, and Coach argued with me.
Coach Kelly, the Hogs O-line is as useless as a screen door on a submarine. I don't.
Thank
If you don't need fish getting in your submarine, screen door is pretty good, isn't it?
I mean, just in case we get a leak, we don't need the sharks getting in.
Everybody's okay. What do I want to talk about less? Where KJ's going to go, or who's going to be the next head coach at Arkansas? I can't decide. KJ to Texas, says the 870.
He
KJ to Texas.
He'll be there next because Vince Young.
Our
I think
friend
Quinn
just
Ewers
suggested
is supposed to come back.
instead of spending $750 on a quarterback, spend $250 on 3 offensive linemen.
There's an idea.
No joke.
Clay says, "Can we talk basketball?" Yes, Clay, please.
No, please.
KJ to
we got
Alabama,
till
says Jake.
April to talk basketball.
Tracy says, agreed. Know who to go after for coach. Ridiculous waste of time. Thank you. All right.
Can we circle back to coach?
We got to hit a break. Oh, actually, we got to do entertainment. What do you want to do?
He said soon. You got something you need to tell us?
Oh, let's say that for June. You're going to have a job like that?
God.
Well, we need slow days. I can do weeks on. Who would you rather talk about? Where he's going to be next year, or
If
who's
I'm,
going to be
if
coaching
I'm,
for
if
Sam
I'm going to
Pittman?
be somewhere,
Are you
I
gonna be
won't be. I
Fayetteville?
won't be here in June.
Well, you know, we can kill 2 birds with one stone.
I'd say that I might be here.
Maybe you'll be coaching for Pittman next year. We could kill 2 birds with one stone. I don't have to discuss either one. That'd be awesome. All right, let's do entertainment.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell and Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, or stop by Bell and Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
Mark makes a great point. I agree with Justin. No more future coach talk. Let's talk to actors or background actors instead. I'm with you. You know what?
Supporting, can we call them supporting actors?
She's a supporting actress. I'd rather talk to her than talk about who's going to be the next head coach at Arkansas when the job's not open. Will says on Asher Regular Life fan feedback, I realize we don't have the money to be a top program. We need to realize that.
Donate.
Mike says, I'm listening to Aaron Torres' podcast. He stated the city of St. Louis has 10 NFL players on rosters. The whole state of Tennessee has 29. Missouri also produces more 5 stars annually than Arkansas does. Duh. City of St. Louis, one of the hottest recruiting beds in the Midwest. That's true.
I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying the state of Arkansas versus the state of Missouri. Because after you get outside St. Louis, there's not much.
Kansas City?
Well, in Kansas City. That little metro.
What about
Now
Peculiar?
bring me something else.
Peculiar.
No,
What about
something else.
Slater? You ever been to Slater?
Yes,
Some
Slater.
talented people
We
there.
did get a guy there for basketball once.
We did eventually by way of Notre Dame.
Slater Mo.
This weekend at the box office, Trolls Band Together, PG, it's new. Also, Next Goal Wins. What is that?
So this team is the team that famously got beaten 32-0 in soccer.
Okay. I saw the preview for this.
It's supposed to be like
Yes,
the
it
worst
has-
soccer team ever.
And they bring a new coach in.
Something like that.
I did see
How
that.
do you even get beat 32-0?
I
You give up
know.
30.
The clock runs after you score a goal. How did they even
It
have
has,
that many minutes to get it back and then start again and get 32 of those?
Yes, Christian?
Michael Fassbender is the main actor in
Yes.
it. He's also the main actor in the new David Fincher movie, The Killer.
Oh, yes. There's also a movie called Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's finally getting its due. Listen, Thanksgiving's not going to get the love that Christmas gets, so they're going to make a horror movie. They're like, people are dying on Thanksgiving. How you like them?
It's
apples?
rated R, too.
Yeah, you're darn right, buddy. Yep. The turkey's not the only one that's getting butchered this Thanksgiving.
That's
what
not bad. That's a good tagline.
Hey.
Writes itself.
Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I didn't know they were still making Hunger Games movies. Is Jennifer Lawrence still in this, Christian?
I don't think so, and this is like the first one in a long
Forever.
time.
Toy Hall of Fame in New York announced its inductees for this year. I mean, there's a couple that are pretty terrible, but there's a couple that are pretty good. Baseball cards going in the Toy Hall of Fame. Those aren't toys.
No.
They're baseball cards. That's stupid. They should go in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Cabbage Patch Kids. I can't believe Cabbage Patch Kids are not already in the Hall of Fame.
Strange.
How about the Fisher-Price corn popper? Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I had one of those.
Every
as a
kid had
little
one of
kid.
those.
Yeah.
Yes. And it used to annoy the hell out of your parents.
Uh-huh.
Then they had to graduate to like a drum set or something to be even more annoying. Sabrina, why are you shoving that guy out the door? It's rude. Oh, you're trying to help him? Last but not least, Nerf. Oh, man. You remember you
This
got
should
your
already
first
been
Nerf
in there.
football? I used to have the Nerf basketball hoop, and I would go downstairs and, dude, I would make all kinds of moves and dunk it. And I went through the door one time, and my stepdad made me pay for it. And then that a-hole I almost called him the word, never fixed the door, never replaced the door. He made me buy a new door because it was one of those doors that were like hollow inside.
Yeah.
And my heel hit it when I was doing a sweet reverse dunk. And my heel went into the door, and he made me buy a new door, and then he never replaced it. Screw you, Ron, you jerk.
At the end of this, remind me, I got to ask y'all a question.
Go ahead.
I've got to know.
Is it about football?
No, it's about Thanksgiving.
Okay,
The
good.
movie.
Christian, what's our question of the day today? Is it Thanksgiving
Our
related?
question of the day today, yes, it is. Is it Thanksgiving without cranberry sauce? Yes
Is
or
it-
no?
Is
Yeah.
it Okay, do you
Yes,
eat cranberry on
that's- yeah,
Thanksgiving?
no, that's stupid. Now, can I read mine?
Wes, do you eat cranberries?
No.
Do you have it on the table every time?
Yeah, it's there.
I think I have it most years, but I am not doing cranberries this year. I'm taking a stand
My
against
wife
cranberries.
does it. She's the only one in the family that likes cranberry. I say that. In the extended family, a lot of people do.
I mean, I'll eat a little bit, I guess, if it's sitting there, but I don't.
Never
I'm not-
tasted it, never will.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
not big on it, but I feel like it needs to be there.
Okay. How's the vote going? You're up next.
Most voters, like 70%, are saying yes. It's still Thanksgiving.
I'm not going to voice inflect this. I want you to tell me the answer to this question. This
Okay.
is the synopsis for the movie Thanksgiving.
Okay, talk to me.
With, by the way, the world's sexiest man is the star.
Yeah,
Patrick
that's right.
Dempsey.
That's right.
After a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday. The birthplace of Black Friday?
Birthplace of Thanksgiving.
Well, is that an infamous holiday?
That's a good point. Should be infamous.
Maybe
right?
it is in this destination because people
that's
got
why I
killed
thought
on it.
maybe it could be Black Friday. The birthplace of the infamous holiday.
Yeah.
Is Plymouth, Massachusetts also
Where Black Friday was born.
Black Friday was born?
Honestly, like I want to kill a lot of people on Black Friday too. I feel you.
I don't know what they meant by
You know that
I
that
don't-
one dude that is a Sex Panther on Suits is in that movie as well.
Sex
Panther.
Oh, you mean the star guy?
Louis Lit or whatever.
Oh God.
Oh,
He's in that movie.
Oh, he is at Thanksgiving. I think I saw him in the trailer. You're right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, Rick Hoffman. Oh, he's sunburned in there too.
He looks good there.
He
Who's
does
that?
look good there.
He's really, really
Oh,
gross
wow.
in real life. He's got weird teeth too. He's like his teeth are too big for his face.
I think he wears a pillow in his. I used to really like Gina Gershon. Used to. That's
She's-
not a great picture.
No, she's pretty great though. I like Gina Gershon. You know, I like better is Carla Gugino though. Anyway, let's do birthdays. Rock and roll.
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Elia's Mexican Grill. Headed to the hill? Take exit 108 from either direction for award-winning Mexican food made fresh every day. It's Elia's in Morrilton.
They just brought out two giant pieces, like two cakes, basically. One chocolate, one strawberry.
I'll try the strawberry.
And we skipped the. I'm like, I don't want any cake. And then and Chuck turned around and looked at us like we just slapped his mom in the face.
Yeah.
You son of a bee! What's wrong with you?
But he couldn't say that because his mouth was full of cake.
I know he was eating like. I'm like, I don't know. I just can't eat all that sugar. I'll go. All right, what are we playing for, Christian? Hey,
Playing for Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire. tickets.
Chucklehead. I get this random email from Dana yesterday about Razorback tickets for this weekend. Do we have any?
Oh, yeah.
For who? Whoever wants them? This is how we're doing this now? I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. Christian, we're giving away Florida International tickets tomorrow. I don't know.
Everybody else in the world.
Are we going to have to
Are
pay?
you sure? We're probably.
You know, it's hilarious. So
I got 4 for you, too.
I
If you
got a
want 'em.
buddy. He's like, I can't give them away.
Maddox's girlfriend's parents are taking him to the game this weekend. And we were in the car, and it's somehow one of the shows we're talking, I think it was Drive Time, and they're like, well, for anybody who's actually going to go to the game, and Maddox just sheepishly raised his hand, like, I'm going to go. And I'm like, you loser.
Listen, there will be some people who never get a chance to go. They can go this week, and it can be very cheap, probably even free.
Did you talk to anybody that went last week?
Yeah, they left at halftime or third
I
quarter.
talked to somebody that they came in get champion money more, and they're like, what a miserable weekend. We planned our weekend a long time ago around the Razorbacks. When they beat Florida, we were dreading it. They beat Florida. We're like, okay. It was the wasted. They said wasted like $700.
Yeah.
And 48 hours of their life. They'll never get back.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this weekend you can leave it at half two because Arkansas is up 50, but I don't think that's probably going to be the case. We'll see.
Wouldn't it weird when going into the BYU game, I had 15 people call me, ask me, do you know anybody can get tickets? And now you have them calling you, do you know anybody I can sell my tickets to? And then it's, do you know anybody that'll take the tickets?
Yeah. They were so afraid, most of the BYU guys, they didn't take any of their wives to that game. They were so concerned about how bad Arkansas was going to beat them. They were way off. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Mark, you're with Wes. Coach Kelly, you got Donald, and Roger, you're with Christian. This woman's an actress. She was in a movie that I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, The Descendants. It's got George Clooney in it.
I have.
Really good flick. She's the daughter in that one. She was on the OC. She was briefly Aaron Rodgers' fiance.
Doug Cameron.
For Aaron Rodgers.
Oh no.
Fiance.
Oh, she played in
Shailene
the.
Woodley.
Shailene Woodley.
Oh,
Christian. I don't know if you pronounce it right. Couldn't hear in here. But I'll give it to you. How old is she, Christian?
She is 33.
The Fault in Our Stars star.
35.
36.
32. Freak. Christian. This guy is not an offspring from a grocery store chain.
Kroger.
Yes. But he's the
Chad
Nickelback
Kroger?
lead singer. Chad Kroger. That's right, Christian.
How did I not get that? You always give us last names.
Because you didn't know you were talking
Yeah,
about.
it's different.
Yeah, it's different. How old
Could
is
have been
Chad
any
Kroger?
Kroger.
How old is Chad Kroger?
Who is he?
The lead singer
Lead
of
singer for
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
He's also known as Avril Lavigne's ex-husband.
Avril Lavigne's ex-husband.
52.
No.
53.
No.
51.
49. Christian's rolling.
Nickelback went through a 3-year period where they were the most played band of anybody, country, pop, rap, or anybody.
Yeah.
For 3 straight years.
They're underrated. They get a lot of bad rap, but I won't stand for any of that. Me
Yeah,
and-
all the
me
hate
and Deadpool.
directed at them. All the hate directed at them should go to Imagine Dragons.
I like Imagine
They're
Dragons.
way worse.
Watch it. Oh, you're crazy.
100 times worse.
You're nuts. This woman's an actress. She played Barbara Miller on Entourage, which was a great character for her. Probably better known, though, for being on all the vacation movies with Chevy Chase.
Oh, Beverly D'Angelo.
Correct, Christian. How old is she, Coach?
Ex-wife of Al Pacino.
Yeah, sounds right.
Ex-wife of Al Pacino.
Yeah, how old is she?
That doesn't tell me. I was thinking, oh, she should be older, but not those guys these days. She might be 20.
Too old to have kids with him, I can tell you that much.
Yeah,
That's why I got him a youngin'.
57.
No, Christian. It's a terrible guess.
I mean, you're giving them the
She's
chance.
69.
No.
He might have gone on 58.
I think she was 69 last year. 70.
She's 72. She
was 69 3
If she's
years
going to
ago.
add 3 years every year, she's going to get old fast. I know that. This former NFL safety was drafted by
Steve Atwater.
Denver. No.
Benoit Kennedy.
Yes. Why don't you let me finish, jerks?
because
old
I
is-
don't ever get it if I wait.
Christian, how old's Kanoy? Just kidding. You jump in whenever you want.
Kanoy is 41.
No, you're canoying.
47.
No. You guys
Oh
are
God, 39.
36.
Yeah, I was thinking way
He
lower, but I
retired
got to
early.
make sure I'm right.
You know, his last couple years, he was
You
really
gave
good.
Christian that point.
Oh, sorry.
Can I get my one?
When did Kanoy play at Arkansas?
Oh, I'm drunk. He's 46.
Thank you.
46. Who
There
got
we
that?
go.
Who got
So I don't get the question.
Wes.
I did.
Gosh,
Sorry. My bad. I wanted to be 36. He had a really, like his last 3 years, he was super productive. I don't know why he didn't get like re-signed somewhere.
he must. I mean, there's obviously a reason.
Takes a toll on him.
Little
your body.
injury.
He was
Yeah.
played like 8 years.
Only.
8 years when you're playing
That's not a
physical
big deal.
football at that time. A lot.
You guys are a bunch of.
Nowadays you can play
I'd have-
28 years because you can't hit anybody.
I would have played 10 years. Let's go, Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. How about some migrate, Sugar? What are we doing? I know you're trying to get restaurants open. You ain't got time for that, but that's cool. Okay. Good seeing you, buddy. All right. I like it. My man Jason over at Flyway. All right. Last thing. This guy went to Kentucky, and he may or may not have been part of a scrap
Will
last
Levis.
night.
Oh. That was a good scrap.
He
too.
wasn't actually.
That Golden State scrap was
Here's
good.
an interesting thing. This guy was in the he was on the Dominican Republic national team as a 16-year-old.
Oh, Carl Anthony Towns.
I did not know that. Isn't that crazy?
I don't think he was involved in the
Yeah.
scrap.
No, he wasn't. Just kidding.
Well, he kind of didn't back up Gobert at all.
Yeah, well, Rudy's on his own. Stupid idiot.
Well, I mean, if he would have, then it would have turned into a big giant.
He's
scrap.
the one that started COVID.
Rudy didn't
Draymond
do
was
anything.
dragging him down the hall, dragging him
Gobert-
down the court.
Gobert started
Choke him
COVID
out.
because he had sex with a monkey. Oh wait, that was AIDS. Forget it. I got confused. Anyway, he did make a joke of it, then he got COVID though.
That was the worst joke you've made the whole day.
That's not a joke. I got confused.
You made a joke. You're laughing at yourself. You love laughing at your own jokes.
Giggle, snort, snort. Anyway, it was fun watching Rudy get choked out last night though.
It was kind of
It was
fun.
amazing.
You see his eyes? It was like they were in a real UFC fight. He
Yes.
was really gonna.
He was
be
looking
let
around.
down.
He's like, "Is anybody seeing this? I am being choked, dragged across the court."
He wasn't even fighting though. His arms were limp.
Yeah,
Just like
that's because he's a wuss. I mean, and he didn't want to mess with
I
Draymond.
think
Draymond's crazy.
he's French, isn't he?
We.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. He's like, he was reaching in his pocket for his white flag, couldn't find it.
Oh, hold on.
I give up.
No offense to all the French people that are listening, right?
Yeah, well,
Because
we're going
Ricky
after
Bobby
everybody.
rules. I can say no offense, and you can't get mad.
That's right. It's in the Geneva Convention. All right, it doesn't matter. It's his birthday. He's 27.
Rudy Gobert's birthday?
No, it's Carl's. He's 28.
Carl, 27, 28.
Pretty sure he's
Doesn't matter.
28.
Christian one anyway. He's
27.
I got shut out.
He's still 28. I mean, I'm gonna say 3 times. He's 28.
I got shut out.
Yeah, you did. All right, we gotta hit a break. Where's our owner? Catherine. She's supposed to be coming back on. Christian, let's hit the break quick. Come back. We'll get Catherine on, and then I need to get James out of the break too, so we can check it out at Guatney if we can.
Did I have Roger there? Who was I with?
Yeah, you did. You did actually. Yep. Okay. Yes.
We'll tell you about True Service Community Federal Credit Union. Right now, if you're paying more than 8% on your auto loan, you need to stop and call them. They may be able to lower your interest rate, your payment, and could possibly knock a year off your note. You can also improve or upgrade your home with a True Service Home Equity Loan. How about a kitchen remodel, new pool, new flooring? Check it out, that True Service Home Equity Loan. You can also get one of the lowest interest rates in the nation with a True Service Visa Platinum Card. They offer no transfer fees, no over-limit fees, no annual fees. Easy to become a member, not like the old days where you had to be grandfathered in. 3 locations in Little Rock. They're next to the Butcher Shop in North Little Rock. They're on JFK. They're also on the campus of Hendrix College. Apply online today at trueservice.net and get pre-approved.
Believe in me. Believe it.
Tune in to Morning Mayhem every Monday as Wally Hall tells it like it is. Presented by Capital Smokehouse and Grill, Little Rock's favorite go-to lunch spot.
This is Sports Center.
The latest college football playoff rankings came out last night, and Georgia overtook Ohio State as number 1 after beating 17th ranked Ole Miss 52-17. Ohio State fell to 2. Then Michigan and Florida State rounded out the top 4. Washington is 10-0, and they currently sit at 5 in the latest rankings. In the NFL, the Bills fired their offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey yesterday after the Monday Night Football loss to the Broncos. They'll head into their matchup with the Jets this weekend with Joe Brady as their interim OC. And for the Bears, Justin Fields is set to make his return this week as Chicago takes on Detroit. Fields has missed the past 4 games. The Bears went 2-2 in that span. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Back-to-back Elite Eights, and last year the Sweet 16. How far will the team make it this season? Get the scoop on Mondays on Out of Bounds when senior point guard L. Ellis gives us his take on the basketball season. L. Ellis is brought to you by Matt Black with Allstate Insurance for your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, life, renters, and landlord insurance. Are you in good hands?
Catherine Eldridge here with Doe's Eve Place Little Rock, reminding you to call us and book your holiday party now. We can do parties from 7 to 65. Just call 501-376-1195 for more information and to book your group. And remember, Doe's Eve Place, for goodness sakes.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. River Valley Tractor, closer than you think.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Christy Pettit in Maumelle, Matt Cooper in Russellville, or Madison Buse in England.
This is David Dunn with Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Do you own or operate Max, Volvos, Freightliners, Kenworths, Peterbilts, or international trucks? We can offer you the same dealership level computer diagnostics with highly trained and professional mechanics without dealership wait times and cost. Whether you're a municipality, fleet, or small business with one truck, come see why our customers have made us the highest rated independent repair shop in Arkansas. Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Take exit 7 on I-440 or call 568-2185.
Come on, man.
Welcome back to the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Give us a call at 661-1037. Now, back to the zone on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, we're going to wrap up here with Catherine. She's got to go do stuff. So I appreciate you having us out. Uh-oh, she lost her glasses. Chuck, she lost her glasses. Help her out. Oh, no. Oh, man, wild times here. Wild times.
To talk.
No, you don't. Thank you again for having us. Remind everybody again, hours here closed only on Sunday?
That's right.
Okay.
We are open for lunch 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. And for dinner, we're open Monday through Saturday, 5 to 9.
And over Thanksgiving, closed on Thanksgiving Day, and open for dinner again on Friday.
Right. We will be closed on Friday lunch after Thanksgiving.
So if you're home watching the Razorbacks and they happen to get murdered and you need a place to drown your sorrows, you come here and have a great dinner and a drink.
That's right.
Or
We'll
if
make
they
you
win-
completely forget about all that.
Or if they win, you come here and celebrate it. You
That's
can't
right.
lose.
That's right.
It's perfect. And you're selling, how far in advance do you want people to order tamales if they want it for the holiday?
Just the day of, unless it's 5 or more dozen, and then maybe the day before.
Okay.
So
What's the biggest order you've ever had?
maybe 10, 15 dozen.
I can't believe that your dad is involved in a process that turns out that 6,000, is that what he said?
Yeah.
That's insane. I would love to see we talked about this last time.
Yes, you need to go to Gregory and see it. The restaurant there is the Tamale Factory,
Yeah.
and Michael John Gray runs that. And then behind, it's in a barn beside my dad's house, and behind the restaurant is a USDA tamale factory. And he cranks out all of our tamales and brings them to me once a week.
That's amazing.
Yeah. At 76 years old, he's still going strong.
That's remarkable. He's an amazing man. He had a lot of good memories. We're going to get the chef on maybe for a second at the end.
Yeah, I will
Maybe the
tell
last
David
5
to
minutes.
come
Yeah, if
out.
we can.
Yeah.
What we like to do is we're supposed to bring John Neighbors on to tease out of bounds, but we really like to screw him over and give him no time to talk at the end. He gets mad at us. So it's not really intentional, but it works out that way. And I'm terrible at clock management. I'd be a really bad coach or quarterback. I'd get a lot of 5-yard penalties.
I would agree with that.
Thank you, Coach. It's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
It's like our play clock is never working.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be like Justin would want to be telling his quarterback a joke on the sideline before sending him in for the first play of a series. And the guy'd be like, Coach, the clock's ticking. He'd be like, ha ha, he's laughing at his own joke. And then he'd let it go in. Delay game.
We're going to hit this interview real quick. Rachel Harris is our guest. Again, she is promoting Goosebumps. You haven't watched, I'll tell you this, I watched the trailer. It looks really, really good. It's on Disney Plus and Hulu, and the season finale is Friday night. And she, I talked to her this morning. She was on the West Coast. She was a little sleepy, but she was pretty good. So let's hear from her, and then we'll hit a break, come back, check in with James, and check in with John. You have to wait for What the Hell till tomorrow, Coach. Sorry.
Rachel, welcome. How are you?
I'm good, Justin. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm excited. I have not watched Goosebumps, but we're going to tell everybody about it. I'm sure many of our listeners have been watching it. I've seen you in about 10 other things, though. I just watched Old Dads the other day. I thought you were great. And you seem like a fun person. You keep getting typecast as these uptight people. I don't think that's fair, but that was a fun one. How'd you like working with Bill Burr?
I loved it. He was great. Very fun cast. My friend Monica Levinson is producer of that, so that was great, and loved getting to work with them. So yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, Bill's a lunatic. Was he? Did he have some downtime on the set, or was he always on?
Oh no, he had some downtime because he was directing as well.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
But he was great.
He seems like a guy would be fun to have some beers with. Anyway, let's talk about Goosebumps. And this one's had a couple of iterations. I'm just curious, preparation-wise, what you did to get ready. Did you watch the movies, read the books? I mean, there's obviously a lot of material out on this, which has been popular for a long time.
Well, I've seen the Goosebumps movie with Jack Black, and that was great because Rob Letterman, who directed that film, was the executive producer on the series. But and honestly, I'd never read the book. And I didn't watch the series because I'm really not into that genre. At least I wasn't. and then when we got the script, that sounds so douchey and like so actory, but when I read the material, it was so good and it was updated. So it's not really, it's not the Goosebumps that you remember from the 90s or it's not, it's loosely based on the book. And they've interwoven all of these stories together so that it's more about these high school kids that stuff that's going sideways for them, and then they're realizing that what's happening is it has to do with what their parents were, with them when their parents went to that high school, and that their parents are keeping secrets, and that there's a ghost that's coming back to haunt them, basically based on what they did when they were in high school. So there's like secrets and all kinds of like intrigue, and it's good. It's fun for the adults as well too, because there's a lot of relationship stuff that happens,
right?
Between parents and kids, and but the special effects are great, and it's really scary. And Justin Long's amazing, and did horror so well. I don't know if you're familiar with Barbarian and the things that Justin's done, but he's pretty great and pretty creepy and scary.
Yeah, I watched enough of it to get ready for this to know that. Yeah, he looks like he's perfect for that role. Well, why do you think there's so much interest in this to redo it like this over and over again? There's been, like I said, so many different versions of this. What do you think the intrigue is about Goosebumps?
I think it's just because the stories are so good and they're so scary, and in the best possible way, because there's always like a mystery behind them. It's like what's happened, to make them, what's the real story behind what's going on. And I think it's the reason why people watch Dateline, right?
Yes.
It's just a more entertaining Dateline with special effects and supernatural aspects to it.
Well, the finale, by the way, for those who are listening, is Friday. So if you want to catch it, and of course, it's streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu, so you can catch all of them as of this coming Friday. So the last one, is there going to be a follow-up? Is there more to the story? Will there be an additional season?
I sure hope so. Let's see. It's we're looking, to see if we're hopeful that there's going to be a second season, but we right now we're just focusing on the finale this Friday. So
Gotcha. I've been a late convert to Suits and loved your role on there. And do you get a lot of comments about that now? I mean, and obviously it came out a long time ago, but for those of us who just picked up on it, started watching it since it was re-released here, do you get a lot of that?
Yeah, no, I do. I get a lot of comments about Suits. It's crazy that it was on USA, right? That network that we don't even remember anymore.
Yes.
Now it's getting new life. All of these shows that were, had some kind of moderate success, right, on other networks or whatever that are now moving to streaming. They're getting new life, and it's really exciting that people were so excited about that, because I love the whole dynamic between Sheila and Lewis. It's one of the greatest relationships I think ever captured in a TV series ever.
Yeah, Lewis's character is it's one for the ages. He has a lot of there's a lot of angles to Lewis. Definitely an interesting one for sure. What else are you into? What are you working on now? I mean, I know we had the strike not long ago. I'm sure everybody was kind of put on hold for a while. What are you looking at for the future here?
Yeah. Well, I have a film coming out with Brooke Shields and Benjamin Bratt and Miranda Cosgrove. It's on Netflix. That is, sorry, it's like 7:30 here.
I got you.
But I mean, normally I'm up with my kids, but still, I'm sorry, yummy. But that's coming out, and that's called Mother of the Bride, I think. I think it's going to be called Mother of the Bride. That might have been the working title. But that's coming up soon.
Okay.
And then, in the meantime, I'm just excited to get back to work on new projects, like other films and that kind of stuff.
You played a lot of serious roles. I'm just thinking about, going back to even your role in The Hangover, and I mentioned, the old dad's role. Anything that you'd like to do that you haven't done? Anything where you can sort of cut loose, or you like playing those types of serious characters?
I love playing those types of serious characters, but I also like doing comedy. So my favorite is when it straddles the line between comedy and drama, which is a lot like Lucifer.
Right.
And even Goosebumps, because it's very serious, but it's also, there's some really hilarious moments in it. But I think the next thing that I want to do would be that I would be the lead in my own show. I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
To do that, where I'm the rest of the show. I love doing ensemble work, but I think that's what I'd like to do next.
Tell me about your path from Worthington, Ohio to actress. How did, I mean, not a lot of folks probably come out of Worthington or Ohio generally and become actresses and get opportunities like you've gotten. What was your path to this point in your life?
Well, I always loved theater when I was little. So I'm lucky because that's really my only skill set, is being an actor. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Right. But I started out doing musical theater and doing plays in high school. And I knew that I wanted to be an actor from a really early age. And then I went to school at Otterbein University and studied acting, and then went to New York and struggled for years not being able to get any work. And then I came out to Los Angeles and then got into the Groundlings Theater. And that was a really pivotal thing that happened, because then I started booking commercials and I had this community of friends, and that was great too, because I was live on stage, right? So anybody could come see me, casting directors, agents. It was the platform, where people come see you. So, and I was with some of the greatest people working now that we were all coming up through that. And that's really how I got my start. Then I started auditioning for film and TV, and one thing led to another and to another, and that's really how it went.
She chased her dream coast to coast, literally, from Ohio. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. No, that was really crazy for my parents too. When I moved to New York, they were like, "This is insane. What are you doing?"
Right.
And then, but they've always been supportive. They were always very supportive. So.
Last thing I want to ask, we're
very fortunate.
Sorry, we're primarily a sports station. Sports fan? Do you have? What are you into sports at all? Who do you follow?
I was. Of of course, I follow the Ohio State Buckeyes,
Yes.
their football team. But I mean, I grew up with brothers and my dad, and so the fun thing is that every time I do love football, and I feel like I don't know, it's so fascinating to see all the stuff that's happening with Kansas City right now, in particular, like with all of the Travis Kelce and the Taylor Swift, like it's completely changed the game.
Yes.
Which is insane. But I mean, I'm always going to be a Bengals fan. I'm always going to be a Browns fan. I love the Cincinnati Reds, but being in LA, I'm a big Dodgers fan as well.
Gotcha. What do you do when the Bengals and the Browns play? Who do you root for?
Oh, do I take a side? I think I'm always going to be a Bengals fan.
Okay, gotcha. Well, it's a good one to root for.
I love Cincinnati.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out. That's a good division right now.
I haven't even been following them this year, though.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, I've no idea what's happening.
Well, they got up to a slow start. Joe Burrow had a bad calf, and they're starting to gain ground. And then Cleveland's quarterback, Deshaun Watson, just went out for the season. They just announced that today. So anyway,
that's right. No, I actually did see that. He went down.
Yeah, you're busy making hit shows, Rachel. You have time for that nonsense. That's our job. So you focus on what you're doing.
I'm making so many hit shows. I'm making 200 hit shows right now. And I've got no time for football.
That's right. Well, we'll keep up with the football. Yes, and you keep entertaining us. We'll look forward to the next season of Goosebumps. Thank you for the time today, and good luck with everything else. We'll keep an eye out, and we'll be pulling for you to get your lead, your big show. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that's soon.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that next.
I love it. Very good.
All right. Very exciting.
Awesome.
All right.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
Big fan now.
I feel like Rachel's flirting with me. I'm like, look, take it easy, babe. I don't know about that fast LA life. That's not my jam.
If she got a Lewis Litt, she'd get with you.
Yeah, obviously her standards are not very high. So kind of like mine for co-hosts. Coach Kelly, you've been great today. It's really been a treat, haven't you? Not as good as the steak, but good. Pretty good. What's wrong with your mic? It's not on. What'd you say?
I'll take that.
Thank you.
Well, now you mute me sometimes, and it's fine.
I was trying to.
No, I mean, you mute me.
I can't see the mics because my stupid computer
And
is in the way.
I am championing both of you. Everybody always like, what's it like sitting side by side with Justin and Wes? Nothing but gushing positives. I am championing the platform that you stand on and how you stand on it.
Well, I'm sitting, and I appreciate that.
Dang it.
Yeah, no, can't tell, huh? Bunny Chevrolet, let me tell you about him. Apparently James otherwise indisposed. He's a busy man selling cars. Right now they are doing a deal. It's a used car liquidation. They're not turning cars into liquid, Coach. That's not what they're doing.
It'd be cool if they were, though. I'd go watch.
No doubt that'd be so cool to see, actually. But listen, they are making deals come alive right now at Gwatney. Go out to the Gregory Street exit in Jacksonville. New car sales, all that success, it's resulted in an overstock of trade-in used vehicles, which means those cars have got to go. So they're hosting a used car liquidation. So if you haven't been out there lately, their lot is full of cars. And their used car liquidation sale beats anything in the market. So to make it happen, they partner with Capital One. They're going to get everybody approved for the biggest discounts of the year. So if you're like, I don't know, no, this is the time. You want to buy somebody a car? Now's the time. You get out there and you get them a car for Christmas, see? Or Thanksgiving. That's what we should start. One big gift for Thanksgiving. New trend.
Yeah. I like it.
I don't know. I just think Thanksgiving's got to get a better marketing department. Anyway, Gwatney rocks, though. Go see him. Used Tracks as low as $299 a month. Used Sparks as low as $299 a month. Used Rogues as low as $174 a month. All at Gwatney Chevrolet. All their vehicles online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. They list them. They show them. Prices are on there. Makes it easy. We'll be back in a moment. Go see our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. We're going to wrap it up from Doe's Eat Place in Little Rock after this.
Gwatney Chevrolet has consistently been at the top when it comes to new Chevrolet sales in their zone, surpassing dealers from Northeast Arkansas to Mississippi. And that success in new car sales has resulted in an overstock of trade-in used vehicles. Since these cars have to go before the end of the year, Gwatney Chevrolet is hosting a used car liquidation sale that beats anything in the market. And to make it happen, they've partnered with Capital One to get everyone approved for the biggest discounts of the year. Every major manufacturer is represented, and they're all good enough for mom. Used Trax as low as $299 per month. Sparks as low as $279 per month. How about a car payment under $200? Get in a Rogue as low as $174 a month. It's Gwatney Chevrolet's used car liquidation sale. 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Call 501-982-2102. GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet. Find new roads. All offers with approved credit. Stock numbers 248318 P9 526-25105A.
The heavily traveled Thanksgiving holiday can be a dangerous time of year. That's why Arkansas law enforcement will be out in force over the next few weeks, saving lives by getting people to buckle up. If you fail to buckle up, you run the risk of getting a ticket, or worse, getting killed or injured. So this Thanksgiving, make sure the only belt you unbuckle is the one at the dinner table.
Click it or ticket. A reminder from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Double B's is a growing Arkansas company with 34 locations in our state. Small local businesses are the largest employers nationally and create 2 out of every 3 new jobs. Buying locally at Double B's means creating more opportunities for local residents to work in our communities. When dollars are spent locally, they are respent locally, paying more salaries and building the local tax base. You want to keep Arkansas thriving and unique? Support an Arkansas-owned business like Double B's, which helps define our community's self-image and creates Arkansas pride for Arkansans. Double B's is of Arkansas and for Arkansas. Double B's, it's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Hey y'all, this is Brandy and Leah from Frontier Diner, home of real country cooking. We have the best breakfast around. Check out our Facebook page for our daily lunch specials, such as meatloaf, beef tips, and chicken dressing. Don't forget our cheeseburgers and sweet tea, sandwiches and salads, homemade desserts made fresh every day. Open for breakfast and lunch Monday through Saturday. Come see us at Frontier Diner in Little Rock. Take the Baseline exit off of I-30 across the interstate from Home Depot, where you come as guests and leave as family.
Welcome back. Wait, what is this trash? Turn on some real music. That's more like it. Welcome back in the zone with Justin Acree and Westmore on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, thank you to Doe's E-Place again. Despite our best efforts to run out of time and screw John Neighbors over, I guess we're going to have time to talk to him. Fine, coming out on Out of Bounds next. Probably some great stuff. But thanks again here to the folks at Doe's. John, if you haven't been over here, you need to make it a point to come by here soon. And appreciate Catherine and the crew. It was great seeing her dad, George, out here. Thank you. Christian, I just got handed a serving of catfish that I'll be bringing over to you unless Wes steals it and takes it for dinner tonight. But
don't do it, Wes.
Yeah, that's mean.
I'm hungry.
1023 West Markham Street. That's the spot. Come by and see our friends at Doe's. Lunch or dinner, and again around Thanksgiving, man. Load up, man. Some if you're like, I'm busy making the meal, I don't have time for appetizers, grab some tamales and serve it up to your crew, man. It's a beautiful thing. All right, John, what's going on?
Well, for one, I actually have been to the Doe's in Fayetteville. That was my favorite place growing up, but I have not been to the one in Little Rock, so I'll have to check it out.
It's different ownership, but they are both really, it's a nice concept, both great.
Oh, yeah, can't go wrong with it. So, but on Out of Bounds, we're going to have L. Ellis today, Razorback guard,
Awesome.
thanks to Matt Black, Allstate Insurance, and get to talk to him about his great game that he had on Saturday, but also moving forward into their game on Friday. So we'll be catching up with him, as well as Pat Bradley, thanks to Motorsports Authority. So there'll be a lot of basketball today, I am sure. And I guarantee you, and I promise you, that nobody is going to want to call or text in about anything going on with the Razorback football program or who they want to hire as the next head coach, because I think you scared them all off. So I think we're just going to try to find other things to talk about.
Is it too much, you think? Did I push my luck?
No, it's too much. It's like you said what I want to say, but I'm like just too nice of a guy to say it. And so I'm glad you did it. So that way,
John's like, if I was an a-hole, this is what I would have said, but I'm not. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah. If I was a jerk, I would do that.
Wow.
But I'm not.
Wow.
So, But no, I'm glad you did, though. I'm glad you
Jeez.
did. So then I can play the good cop and then just be like, no, let's talk about who you can hire. Let's do that.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about who Joe Franklin's co-host on Out of Bounds is going to be, since that job's not open either. Stay tuned to that show. I will be. Thank you, Doze. Come see him, folks.
Looking for
Adios.
somewhere in town to hang out with all of your friends for football? Then there's only one place, and that's Little Rock